And we're live with Dojo Kun Comics. The Queef? Is that the Queef? Is that what it is? The Queef. The Queef.
No.
I'm just fucking with you. It's the Queef, right? The Queef? Am I right?
Quaff.
Oh, the Quaff. All right.
Quaff.
Dude, that is so similar to Queef.
I know.
It sounds like Queef in another language, actually.
You just roll with the names.
Somebody with a strong accent.
Yeah.
Did you just quaff?
You just quaff. No.
Don't say it like that. And with Brian Crisco, the invisible Brian Crisco, Wolfgang von Schreck. That's weird. Jesus Christ. So let's talk to Dojo Kun.
How you guys doing?
I like your book, Siamese.
Thank you.
You treading that line close with Catwoman. No, I got to tell
you. It's kind of been mentioned.
really close.
Yeah. So some people have mentioned, the similarity of Catwoman or even Black Cat to a certain degree. And, it's going to be really hard to escape that kind of comparison, no matter what kind of character you put out there. You're going to get, I saw a character come out recently called the Raptor, and everybody's going to compare that to Batman. So what you've got to do to differentiate yourself is come up with a different characterization. So these two gals, they're going to be nothing like Catwoman as far as how they behave and who they are.
I like the, do they both cover their face, or is it just one of them that has that?
They both have a retractable mask that comes in front of their faces.
Okay, yeah, I dig that. That looks badass. Yeah, I like the artwork too. I like the artwork on the newer issues though. Like the older issues, I think it might have been a little too raw for me. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. The first two issues were by Mike Salter, and his day job, he's a fine art portrait painter. So this is his first foray into comics as my Siamese numbers 1 and 2. He had to go do a portrait though of somebody's son, so he sort of bowed out on good terms. And then I found Zilson Costa to do issues 3 and 4, and that's the guy on the bottom right there. That's his art on the bottom right. So yeah, they both have a great style, but Zilson's very different from Mike, and I like them both. But Zilson is on. He's on my staff now, and we're still working together. We've got a lot going on, he and I.
The new guy, I think it's because his style is a lot more sleek. You know what I'm saying? It's more streamlined.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think that's because it flows like a comic. You know what I'm saying? The other guy, you see, here's the thing though. With fine art and comics, both of those two type of artists really don't mix. Fine art artists, they don't like comic artists too much. In my experience, anyway, I was told that I wasn't a real artist because I was an illustrator and I was I was a comic artist, and they don't recognize us as artists. I don't know why. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And that's a real thing. I wasn't allowed into the Art Guild of Louisiana because I was I did illustration and comics. I didn't really have a lot of interest growing up in doing impressionistic art or anything like that. To be quite honest, abstract and impressionistic art, I have a hard time recognizing that as real art, especially Jackson Pollock. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I say that, Jackson Pollock, And I've went over this over and over again on streams where I think, I don't think if you have to explain why your stuff's good, then you failed. You failed. That's not, that's not something I can get behind.
Yeah.
But I do like Siamese. I think Siamese is good. And I think he did a fair job on doing the first 2 issues. I don't think it's bad art at all. It's just not my taste, but it's not bad. It's not he didn't know what he was doing or anything like that. I don't want to make people think that because it's good. It's just the new stuff is Like you can obviously tell a new guy is a comic artist.
Yeah, he's been at it a while too. Zilson has worked with Dan Sen on Nature Man.
That
He's working on.
awesome, by the way. Does he go?
Yeah.
Woo?
No, but there's a what's it called when they're like in the public domain. So there's a public domain character called Nature Boy, and so Dan Sen wrote, like, he's all grown up now and he's Nature Man, and Zilson did the art for him on that.
Yeah, I dig this. This is awesome.
There's our Invisible Man.
There he is. Kudiscow. Brian Kudiscow.
What up, everybody?
Hey,
Sorry,
Brian.
sorry for abandoning my post, but you know how Preston is. Well, just shoot me a link. No explanation. No, like, hey, dude, this is what we're doing. Just a link. It's all good, though. This looks great, man. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Good to meet you, Brian.
Nice to
Also,
meet you.
Brian, by the way.
Brian and Brian. Brian,
Yeah.
let me introduce you to Brian.
A pleasure. A pleasure.
I am unfortunately not Brian, but still nice to meet you.
So, Preston, did you share with audio?
Yeah, I did. You want? Yeah, let
Okay.
me play the video.
Yeah, if you could,
Oh,
Let me
please.
do that
Mention
while I dig
trailer?
out some stuff.
From Dojo Kun Comics comes Siamese, the story of two Chinese-American college graduates whose deviation gene makes them extraordinary enough to become superheroines. This trade paperback combines the 4-issue Siamese miniseries previously published by Dojo Kun Comics. As our ladies discover their newfound power, we'll be introduced to other Dojo Kun Comics characters such as the Countryman, Breathtaker, Brickhouse, the Scarlet Archer, and Psionica. Dojo Kun Comics has released over a dozen comics so far. You can pledge with confidence knowing that obligations will be fulfilled. Superheroes are coming back. Don't miss out on Siamese.
I still want some sweet and sour chicken right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a desire for a little Shaw Brothers, actually.
The
Come on,
Right,
who
work
is
here
that
is
cool
done.
cat beast that you had in there?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Siamese. They
Oh, that's what
are,
they turn into. Like
they
turn
become
into these
they become
werecats?
werecats in the 4th issue. Yeah, and so it
Oh.
would be toward the end of the trade paperback. That I'll have to tell you. I can tell you this much. That's not intentional on their part.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm
So
digging
that's
that.
That's
awesome.
against their will. They're having a bad day right there. Although if you look at the cover of number 4, you can see that there's a guy on the cover having a worse day than they are.
Well, I was looking at the covers like back here. Like you got it like kind of in the background a little bit.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
like I see the werecats on this one, and that's such a cool idea too. Like nice twist for the book itself. Also like the villains for the book. Let me go to your website real quick because I think you got more info. Like we don't have much to look at right here. I think you got more on your website. Is that about
Yes,
right?
sir. Do you want me to share my screen, or did you already go to it?
I got it. I'm gonna get it
Okay.
right now. The
All right.
let's see here.
I love the attention to detail when it comes to the female form. I really appreciated seeing those butt dimples.
Who does?
Well, so not everybody draws when they draw the booty. It includes the butt dimples, you know.
Booty.
Yeah, I just happen to be a bit of a butt dimple man.
You're a man of
You're
culture.
talking about the dimples right above the buttocks on the lower
Yeah, right
back.
there. Yeah,
That's from what I understand, that's a sign of good blood flow. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
it's a sign of like a strong, like I'm not lying
Healthy
either,
butt.
like a healthy
Shake that
sexual-
healthy butt.
So they're
No.
nice, healthy ladies. That's good.
Strong glutes.
No,
Oh,
it's a sign of
man.
a strong sexual appetite. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like that's
well,
that's real though. I'm
I
not making
kind of
this
cover
shit
that
up.
in the book
That's
too.
fucking great. So that would explain why it's just like it's a biological thing. Why I'm hypnotized by the
There you
by the
go.
butt dimple.
I'm digging the anime feel too that you got going on in some of this stuff. Like
Mhm.
right here, that's badass. You know, did you commission different styles from different artists to do?
Yes, that's
That's
right.
awesome.
So there's a lot going on my website. Right, what you're looking at right now is a book coming out later this year called The Shifter. It's a trilogy of award-winning novels, and I got in touch with the author, and she was excited to license me the ability to do graphic novels of her books.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun doing that. And as you can see, some of the artwork's already been done. And Preston, that artwork there is by the guy you preferred of the two. That's Zilson Costa's work.
Oh, nice.
There's some
Okay.
pages right there, some examples. Yeah, exactly, right there. That's his work right there. So,
Yeah.
and he and I have a pretty good rapport. We work very well together. So, I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Is he another one of those Latin American brothers?
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Zilson Costa. He's from Brazil.
They're taking over, man. Preston, we were talking about this just the other day.
It's because they work their
They're taking
dicks
our-
off. That's why.
They're taking our comics, man. It's just like no. I just always joke because it's like there must be something in the water down there or something. Just all these amazing artists coming out of Latin America. It's awesome.
That's right.
There-
I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
Either South America or the Philippines is another good place.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
fact, scroll down a little bit more. Under my merch, so you see some shirts there, right there. The Maygun War. That there is Arias Hernandez from the Philippines. He's got the book called The Maygun War, which is in his language Tagalog. That is for gang war, and he's got 64 issues of Maygun War published in the Philippines. And he reached out to me and asked me, hey, would you be willing to publish this under your banner? Because Indiegogo doesn't allow us in the Philippines to do this. And I was I was like, yeah, they don't. There's some countries that they don't allow campaigns.
Access to that is
Right.
crazy, dude.
I know. So he reached out to me and asked me, would you be willing to publish this under your banner? And I was a little hesitant. I'm like, I'm not sure. I said, show me the art. So he sent me that cover to Maygun War. And I was like, oh, all right. Yes. So we're working together to get Maygun
What
War
happened to it? They're close.
published.
So you're gonna need a Tagalog to English translator.
Well, he's doing his best to put it in English, and then I'm going to fix it because I've been an editor and auditor for a couple of decades now.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be able to bring it to English for him.
I like
That's
his
awesome.
character lineup. Like he's got some pretty creative.
Well, now
characters.
what you're looking at there is Team Up in Time Space. That's something separate.
Okay.
That there
You
is.
got a bunch of things going on here. Huh?
Oh, yes, sir. I've got a lot going on. This there, one character of mine is in that lineup. Every single character there is from a different indie creator, and they were all we commissioned Cody Conyers to do one of our characters each to put it on what looked like a Justice League lineup kind of thing. So my
Okay.
character is there toward the right. She's Deanna Hammer of the Angels. And I can tell you about her in a minute too. If you scroll down a little bit more, these are the 12 comic books that Dojo Kun Comics has already published. So although I'm new to Indiegogo and I'm new to Comicsgate, I've been publishing for about 6 years now. So I've got quite a bunch of books under my belt. And so that's sort of why I mentioned it. I had Red Gaze mention it in the trailer too, is that you can back with confidence. I'm going to easily fulfill. I've been publishing for a while.
Yeah, backers
So-
definitely like to know that.
Yeah, exactly. And
They like
another
to know
good
that they're
thing,
going to get their books.
That's another thing too. The 4 issues that are combined in this trade paperback are obviously already done. So all that'll need to be done once the campaign is over is to get the, all of the perks and add-ons and all that created. And I've got it all lined up already to have the metal keychains and the poker chips and the stickers and all that already all quoted out at the companies. It'll just be, a couple of weeks lead time for them to do their thing.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Backers like getting their swag too.
And as you can see down here, I've been on, this is my 37th show that I've been on to talk about it. I'm out there beating the pavement, man.
No,
you got to do, man. You got to get your hustle on.
That's right.
Well, it's campaign
I think
time.
me and Brian did about the same amount of shows when we were pumping our books out, but it's crazy when you say the number out loud.
Because I never kept count.
Yeah, it's like, God.
Yeah, but no, it becomes a grind. It can be fun sometimes, but you're just like, you gotta be out there like all the time.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna have to take a look at your list and take notes. Be like, okay.
Yeah.
Contact these people.
Yes.
So, well, I mean, that's one of the things that's useful about this network is that when you're on one show, then you end up on all the other shows too. Mm-hmm. All you have to do, there's so many people in this community, awesome people in this community that'll have you on. Greater Point 5, there's Mandy, Shay. I mean, I could, can't count them on both hands. There's a lot of awesome people.
Yeah.
Blue Samurai put out a list of shows that people can jump onto.
Oh, excellent! Love Blue.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Is he in the chat?
Day.
What up, Blue?
Hey.
No, I don't think Blue's in the chat. He's not in the chat, but there's a bunch of people that are in the chat, like Genuine Comics, Booby Dan.
What up, everybody?
Boob Dan did some
wonderful backers without whom we would be nothing.
Guys.
Boob Dan did some fan art for Siamese. I can't wait till you guys can see it when you get the book.
Oh, Boob Dan does some great stuff, and I'm willing to bet maybe they got big old boobies.
You think?
So not as much attention to detail with the bootay, so we're probably not going to get the butt dimples, but it'll still be caliente. It'll still be hot.
Caliente.
Muy caliente. See.
Yeah, muy caliente.
Yeah, these are awesome. You got a lot of stuff too. Do you?
A lot of stuff.
I'm gonna have to talk to you offline about a lot of stuff.
So one thing I want to tell you about is you saw the 4 covers sort of in the background. Those will be included in the trade paperback, but they won't be on the trade paperback. So that thing you see there on the left that's got the red background with Siamese at the top, that will be the regular cover. Artist Gilbert Monsanto did those. No relation to the evil crop company.
I figured, but nice to know.
He has fun pointing that out. Like, please, I'm not associated with them. I'll have 5 variant covers too. One by the interior artist Zilson Costa. I've got one by Bruno Hatano, one by Arias Hernandez, the one who did Maygun War. Got one by Isaiah Xavier Bradley. And then the last one I'm going to mention is going to be a hardcover limited edition by the Barton Brothers.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like their stuff. The Barton Brothers do some good work. They
Very
got a good
good
presence on Facebook too, like with their How to Draw Comics.
Yeah, I was on their show and they did a reveal of their cover. So far, that's the only place it's been seen, though. So I want to sort of keep it on the down low. But I'm launching on April 5th, so a week from this Monday on Bancroft's stream.
Nice,
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bancroft's got a good stream too.
Yeah, he was the first one I was introduced to when I'll call it joined Comicsgate. You don't really get a membership card or anything, but that was the first stream I attended, and I've been watching his stream ever since. It's just the chat is awesome, and everybody gives each other shit, and
yeah, they do.
They're kind of brutal, but that's okay. It's a good environment because it's all in good fun.
Yep. They're the ones who are doing the AR-15 orangutan, Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I contributed $5 and said, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Is that a real thing? Like, are they really doing something like that? Like the AR?
Yeah. And so I was like, I'll plot it for free, and then Inkspots Inky was like, I'll ink it for money. And but the whole idea is that the chat is going to create it.
Oh, get out of here! Oh, so
yeah. So it's gonna be like a mad scientist experiment.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, everyone's
so
just adding like something here and there. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
So-
So it could. So it'll probably be a complete mess, but hopefully it'll be a fun mess.
Yeah.
I
You
was
know
the
what I
first
mean?
one that commissioned an artist to do a picture of AR-15 orangutan, and revealed it when I
Oh,
did
shit.
my I revealed it when I did my pre-launch sign up the first time that was available, which was also on Bancroft Stream.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. Genuine Comics says you didn't get your membership card, Brian.
Oh,
You did.
come on, Dave!
And it's beautiful. I got something here for you, Dave.
Mhm.
Nice.
Ooh, Brian's
Oh,
pissing
man.
off the chat.
I'm not
just
pissing
sent-
off the chat. The chat loves me, man. I'm a sexy
just-
motherfucker.
I just sent Genuine Comics your address.
That's fine. You know, if I know he's coming, I'll invite him in. If he invites himself in, he'll have a little chat with Mr. Remington 870, if you know what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Brian has that huge claymore in the back. I wouldn't mess with him.
Well, not only that, but it's
Yeah.
going
It's
to
the
take
Atlantean
it's gonna
sword,
take
actually.
Oh,
gonna take-
cool.
quite a while to get to Brian's house, I'm guessing.
I'm in New York.
A little bit.
Yeah,
New
he's
York.
across the pond. Dave is so.
Oh, is he really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Sure.
Dave is from the
Cheers.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And who's from the Netherlands?
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands, like as they
Matt,
call it in the
The
Netherlands.
Butcher
Hello.
Burke.
Oh, hey, what up, man?
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Matt.
Willkommen, bienvenue, Matt. Welcome.
You should cut the cleaver part and just put Matt the Butcher Burke. That sounds like a serial killer right there. Yeah.
Or a gang from Detroit, which is just south of me.
And
I'm
I
doing a book
hate to
about-
interrupt here, but his father, I think, crashed. Was it 3 Mustangs in the 70s?
Yep, over
You're
in
there?
like Cerritos and over here by Cerritos Auto Square in
Get out of here, dude. That's
California.
crazy.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So let's just I know
Was
it
he
seems like a
fucked
non
up?
sequitur,
Was
but that's
Was he drunk or?
No,
Pennsylvania.
my dad's straight edge hardcore conservative. He just like to race.
Doesn't know.
Not too good though.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it's like an anecdote that he left in the chat once, and it's forever just like branded in my brain.
What did your mom say? Was your mom like, if you buy another car, we're getting a divorce?
She probably liked it. That was back when. That's probably how he got her. That was back when he was in high school
Right?
and in his early 20s too.
You know what,
Can you
Matt?
imagine
Maybe,
him proposing? Like, say yes, I'm gonna wreck this motherfucker. I swear to God.
So I wrecked 3 Mustangs. Oh wow, tell me more.
you know what, though, Matt? You said he didn't race very well. You never know. He could have been winning when he lost control.
Yeah, you never know.
That's true. I mean, if he wiped out after he crossed the finish line, it doesn't count.
Win by any means necessary. Mhm.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
But oh my god, look at
um,
all this stuff: keychains, posters, chippy stickers, a
Yeah, you got a
challenge
lot of
coin. What
shit.
exactly is a challenge coin?
Oh,
You give it to
Thank you
somebody
for
and
asking.
you. I fucking have no idea.
a challenge coin actually started out in the military. They were awarded to people for acts of bravery, valor, or just achieving high goals that were set for them. It's sort of branched out, though. First responders are getting them, and now corporations are releasing them. Lately, I was doing one for my company to give to service members who are employed by my company. And as I was putting it together, an idea, I was like, hey, I have an idea. I can use this as a stretch goal. So yeah, a challenge coin. Oh, and what about the challenge coin? Okay, so if you are
Are they
awarded a
gold
challenge
or-
coin, these are metal. These are bronze.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
A real challenge coin, I think, are mostly silver. But when
Yeah.
you're awarded a challenge coin in the military, you must always have them on your person or within 2 steps, or you're buying the next round at the bar. So it happens a lot at the bar where someone will take out their challenge coin and slap it on the bar. And if they do, and you can't produce yours, you're buying the next round. Now, they might come into the barracks and catch you in the shower, slap their challenge coin down on the bench or whatever. Yours better be within 2 steps or you're buying the next
Get
round.
out of here. That's crazy.
Honest to God,
man.
yeah. My son has one now. He's a airborne ranger combat medic, and he got one for some training he did. So Yeah, so he told me the beginning story about that, so I thought that was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Wow.
That's great, man.
Those cats just look badass. I love that cover.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So I guess they get turned into were creatures against their will, kind of like. Do you you guys remember Capwolf?
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Captain
Oh, my
America when
God.
he turned into a werewolf.
Captain
was the
America
worst.
201 through 204.
Yes,
Nappy.
yes.
My
Oh, yeah, no,
favorite
this is
character
great, man.
from around that time. I think it was around that time anyway. It was you remember Baron Blood?
Of
Oh,
course, I remember Baron Blood.
Dude,
Baron Blood was the shit, man, and the
He was.
Invaders.
Yeah, well, the
Oh.
Invaders was okay. Like it was an okay series. I actually got that series. I'm thinking about getting rid of it actually, but yeah, like the only reason I really like that series because that was the introduction of Baron Blood and Union Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Union
Like,
Jack was the shit in
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
like that's what they should have produced instead of Captain Britain, like across the pond. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yes, Union Jack was the shit, man.
yeah,
So
I also
the-
loved him in the Invaders because he was like a World War I hero.
yeah.
So he was older. He was like on in years. You know, wasn't as fast as he used to be.
Well,
He was,
in Cap,
he was awesome.
like around the time when they introduced like Catwolf, they also did they tied up the Baron Blood saga. You know,
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
was
saying?
back in a 2-issue story arc in Captain America. I think it was 141.
Yeah, and they tied up the Captain America. John Byrne did the book, and fucking who did the cover? It was the Secret Wars.
Oh, I
guy
have that
did the
comic
cover.
too.
Yeah,
I have that comic. It's all like it's mangled. It's not in good shape.
no,
'cause it's like
but it's a great
cover from my
comic because
childhood. It is.
like Union Jack dies in the book. Like when they brought that's when comics were good, dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Like
Didn't
Yeah,
Byrne do the
man.
covers too, or are you thinking Mike Zeck?
Mike Zeck did the covers. Am I right?
Okay.
I think I'm
Well,
right.
maybe he did maybe one of them did the inking, the other did the penciling, because from what I recall, Byrne did the covers as well. Maybe he did one or the other.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't think I read
swear-
that. I don't think I read that because you're saying that basically Baron Blood because I remember him getting killed and impaled on a stalagmite.
Oh,
in,
this is way
in
after that.
Invaders. Oh, so they brought him and Union Jack back. Was
Yes,
this in the
sir.
90s?
Well, they
This
brought
might be
Baron
The
the
Blood
90s.
back.
I don't know. That would explain why I wasn't.
They brought Baron Blood back in the pages of Doctor Strange. Like when they relaunched Doctor Strange, and it was like it was the Doctor. It was split in two. I think it was Doctor Strange half of the book, and the rest of the book it was some other bullshit.
Wasn't it Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cloak and Dagger.
during that series, like Doctor Strange actually took over the whole series, right? Like it wasn't Cloak and Dagger anymore, you know. And they had the vampire verses, like a whole the vampire versus arc, you know. And I think God, this is so hard to remember, but I think that's where Doctor Strange read the vampire verses and he completely eliminated all vampires on the earth, right? Like they were gone, like Dracula, everybody. You know, and for a long time, there were no vampires in Marvel Comics at all, right? Because of that. And Baron Blood, I think Mobius, the living vampire.
Morbius,
made
the
an
living
appearance.
vampire.
Yeah.
He had to be. Okay, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying, like it was like the greatest. God, dude, why can't they write shit like that now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, because we are.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
like, just-
There
that
it
was-
is.
I mean, all the shit I loved about comics was like fucking. It was John Byrne's run on Fantastic Four where he introduced where Airwalker made an appearance. You know what I'm saying? And it was no, that wasn't John Byrne. That was Sal Buscema that did the issue with Airwalker. But John Byrne introduced Terex the Tamer. You know what I'm saying? And he also did Nova. You know, it was like that. Besides the Kirby run, John Byrne's run was like fucking. It was history as far as like Marvel Cosmic. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy how good that was.
When
it was
Byrne
the
did that
trial of
run-
Galactus. Yeah.
When Byrne did that run in the Fantastic Four, the characterization went up several levels. I would put that writing on a level with Marv Wolfman with the Teen Titans and Chris Claremont with the Uncanny X-Men.
Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
N-
It was
Later,
great.
when Byrne did Sensational She-Hulk, it really seemed that maybe he didn't want to, or he was trying to be too clever. Because I didn't like that he made her the butt of joke the whole time. But when he wrote her as part of the Fantastic Four, it was fantastic characterization,
Yeah.
including She-Hulk.
I think wasn't it Walter Simonson was writing it at the time, and John Byrne was doing it because they were bringing Walter over into the Fantastic Four, but they didn't want to give him didn't want to let him write and draw the book, so they let him like write it at first, and I think they had John Byrne go ahead and do the illustrations, and then Walter actually took over illustrations. I didn't like Walter Simonson's work on Fantastic Four. I don't think he fit. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
I don't think I
didn't-
read those.
Like after
When-
seeing what he did with Thor, I was like, I just can't get into.
Oh
this
man,
Walter Simonson.
I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to Simonson, his Thor run is that's like Frank Miller's run on Daredevil. It's just
I want to
career defining.
Genuine Comics brings up a good point. Like John Byrne set the standard as far as quality in comics. Now that's true, but I don't want to give anybody false hope. John Byrne is a fucking prick. he's a garbage fucking human being.
Yeah,
right? I want
notorious.
to make sure I get that across.
They
You know what I'm
always
saying?
say never meet your idols because
I
you'll
met
find out
him,
that kind of
But
thing.
that's not true. It's
Well,
just
I
true
met him
with
and he was a
people
prick,
like
right? But that's
Yeah.
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him testifying against Kirby, so Kirby couldn't get his artwork back. I'm talking about
Against
him
Marv
siding with
Wolfman when he
corporations
filed-
as far as yeah, exactly. Like
Marv
John
Wolfman
Byrne
when he-
is a garbage fucking human being, dude.
yeah.
You know?
And when he testified against them, he was like, Marv Wolfman said that Byrne would like look over at him from like from the stand and make faces at him, like butt
Yeah.
his eyes out, stick his tongue, blah, 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 like
Yeah, because he
Wow.
thought it was
What
a
a-
joke. Like he's playing with people's lives, dude, and he thought it was a
Yes,
fucking
what,
joke.
yeah.
You know?
How sophomoric of him.
I
Yeah,
love
well, that's what Marv Wolfman was saying. It was like a 15-year-old.
Right.
But surprise, comic book creators can sometimes be a little immature.
well, it's not even, I'm immature. Fuck, look at my
Me
world.
too. Yeah, exactly. But there's a difference between childlike and childish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And somebody like that is childish.
Well, not even that. It's because
Well, he was vindictive too.
he was a prick.
Yeah, no
dude.
shit. What up, J Money?
But
Yeah,
you
he's
know what?
he's notorious.
John Byrne taught me that I didn't have to like the creator to like the work. You know what I'm saying?
You really don't.
Because after meeting him, I was like, "Fuck this dude!" I was gonna go throw away all my comics that had his. I was like, "I can't throw that away." I was like, "What's wrong?"
His X-Men run, when
I could
Terry
care less about
Austin
his
was
X-Men,
inking
but it
his
was-
shit.
Yeah,
When Terry Austin was like there's certain artists and inkers that complement each other so well. When it was him and Terry Austin and Chris Claremont on the X-Men, that was the team supreme right there.
yeah.
And
John
also,
Byrne wasn't a good inker. Like he was a shitty. He was good enough
No.
to get for production. That's it. Like there was no finesse with it. Even after he inked, like Terry Austin was better at inking John Byrne's work than John Byrne was.
Oh my
inking.
God.
yeah,
no-
absolutely. And you know what? When Marv Wolfman wrote the New Teen Titans, Perez drew it, and then Romeo Tangal did the inking. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Now Perez is
Beautiful.
a great motherfucking guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
the
Like,
opposite of Byrne.
he's-
He's got the talent
Exactly.
and the personality. He's a great guy.
Well, because I was gonna say, like, when people are like, "Oh, people suck. Don't meet your heroes." It's like, okay, well, all right, you can name a couple people who are notorious a-holes. Kurt Busiek is one of them. Mark Waid is one of them too. But then it's just like, okay, well, name some of the awesome people that you've met too, because there's a lot of them out there. There's more of them than there are of the real douchebags. Otherwise, the real douchebags wouldn't stick out so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Arthur Sweetum, like when I met, everybody warned me, like, don't fucking talk to Arthur. They're like, if you go talk to Arthur, you're going to be let down. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to talk to Arthur. Greatest guy I ever met. Right? And this was at the end of a show when he's like tired and he's trying to pack his shit up. And I'm like, and he got a bad rap. And like, I think he might have changed representation, but for a while we had the same agent. But, it was explained to me like this. You guys heard about the story about Arthur Sweetum, taking tables that weren't his at a show or something like that.
What?
Yeah, like it was this big thing where it was on comic, fucking Bleeding Cool, right? Where they broke this story
Oh well,
that Arthur
yeah.
Sweetum was they made it sound like he was punching down, like he took these poor creators that, you know, they had these tables, but Arthur Sweetum commandeered them, and that's not true. What happened was, in his contract, whenever he does a show, he's guaranteed 4 tables, right? 4 tables, no matter what. You know, that's if you want Arthur Sweetum at your show, you give him 4 tables. You know, and he gets there, and they only had 2 tables reserved for Arthur Sweetum. So he's like, no, my contract says 4, so I'm taking these 2 too. You know, it's up to the promoter to figure this shit out. You know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so when it's put in that type of context, you kind of realize, well, yeah, he was in the right. It's the promoter that was in the wrong, and they made it seem like Arthur. It was maybe the first signs of cancel culture. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. Are you saying that Bleeding Cool and Rich Johnston are lying sacks of shit?
Now, this was exactly, but this was almost 10 years ago when this happened. Like this was
they're
almost
maniacs,
10 years
dude.
ago when they did this hit piece on Arthur Sweetum. You know, but yeah.
Dude, I told you how like they did an interview with me, which I was very grateful for, and then like started like sending me Facebook messages like telling me to shut the fuck up about SJWs or there would be consequences.
No,
like they threatened me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm so not making it. Yeah.
Is that why you
yeah.
Is that why you went quiet for a little while?
No. This is years ago. This is like when right after I did the New York Comic Con like 5 years ago, where I sold like 400 copies of Six Gun Gorilla. Ran out of books like the second day. It was like I was, you know, it went well, and so I did an interview with these guys. They actually contacted me. It was this guy named Dean Butters, who was one of Rich Johnston's goons.
Wow.
And he reached out to me. I did the interview. It went well. And then he started sending me like these threatening messages that either I shut the fuck up about SJWs and cancel culture, or gee, I might find myself canceled. Luckily, the guy was a fucking idiot.
You might find yourself canceled, bro.
I know. That's what happened there. But it was like, it's very easy to do. What I did was I did a little psychological jujitsu with him, and was like, "You're bullying me. I was bullied when I was a little boy, and I have PTSD, and you're triggering it." And so he was like, "Oh no. Like, I'm gonna cancel you." And he was like, "Oh no, I apologize. I was like, "Okay." And then I just like unfriended him and was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that's good about SJWs. Generally speaking, they're not that bright.
You should have introduced them to your friend Matt,
Mr. Remington?
Butcher Burke.
Yeah, what up, Matt? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I just got back from eating some burgers and some fries and some beer with the fam. First time I ate out
meet.
in about maybe a year or so. They just opened up this spot around the corner from my pad, and it was nice. And then I saw the shows Cali, up. Right? And, what's that?
You're in Cali, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I think they're gonna open everything up. Like I was telling my wife, like this, like fucking, I don't know, like a year ago or however many months ago. Like, Biden's gonna open everything up either the week before spring break or the week after.
Yeah,
by that time, everything.
Whole time.
I just knew it was gonna happen just because. It's just the way
I'm gonna be mad if Cali drops the quarantine, and like here in New York we're still under lockdown.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
They had people like speaking out. They said that so Mississippi, Texas, and I think Louisiana were all doing away with the mask, right? They're like, we're not doing this mask thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they made it would be up to the shop owners and the people, like people themselves, to go and wear a mask if they wanted to. And they claim that was the most racist thing ever.
Racist.
I swear to God, dude. Like, I was like, what?
What are the mental gymnastics? What are the mental gymnastics there?
You need to get a big list together and go on a vacation.
It's crazy, dude. Like, it's nuts.
I was
But-
thinking of taking a vacation to Florida to experience, regular people.
I think it was Florida too. Like Florida was part of that. Like I think it was
Yeah, Florida's
really?
normal.
South was like, yeah.
It's pretty normal here in Alabama. At the grocery stores, old people still wear masks, but pretty much
they kinda-
police, military, nobody wears masks.
Yeah, I mean,
Dang.
I don't wear a mask.
Yeah,
this whole thing about after you get the shot, you still got to wear the mask. I'm like,
Nah, I
that's
ain't
Lame.
why get the
Yeah.
No
shot?
shot, no mask.
Here,
I'm like
here in
the
New York,
only guy like walking around downtown LA without a mask. It's insane. Like everyone's just like, "Ooh, we're all gonna die."
Fuck that.
oh, yeah,
When I
well,
was
here
in,
in New York, it's the same way. Like I go out for a walk, and when I go for a walk, I don't wear a fucking mask. I only wear
Yeah.
masks when I go into stores because if you don't, they're gonna
They can't.
freak out on you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I only wore a mask when I went to renew my tags, and that because it was in a city, a government building. So
Yeah.
because they fucking take the temperature on your forehead, and then they give you a mask. So I'm not going to argue with a sheriff.
I shut up. And I wasn't wearing the mask. Like, sir, can you put your mask on? Because I was like, hey, do you want me to pay for this here? Or like, sir, when you're walking around, I'm like, oh, okay, my bad.
That's ridiculous.
See, I live in the suburbs of New York, which is the land of the Karen. Okay. And so if you leave the house in anything less than a hazmat suit, there's gonna be fucking trouble.
Wow.
The carry-on.
Karens will come after you.
The carry-in.
Wow.
It was never that bad down here, thank God, ever.
Yeah.
I think I want to wear a hazmat suit from here on out. Just 'cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Or one of those Gumby suits from the
With my own oxygen tank, just pumping oxygen.
What do you call
That'd
them?
be great.
The Coast Guard
Yeah.
Gumby suit, the floater,
Mhm, yeah.
Oh yeah, those are pretty badass.
big giant
Yeah.
orange fucking suit.
Just get a fucking spacesuit. Just wear a
I
spacesuit
know.
with a bubble helmet.
I was thinking about-
picture.
yeah,
Marty
I'm usually
McFly.
that guy with like the nose sticking out, walking around because I want to breathe and still go into a grocery
Dude,
store.
I find it hard to breathe in those fucking masks.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know, like, and then
it
they,
gets hard to breathe in there.
yeah, like at some point they were going to have like basketball players like wear masks while they're playing basketball, and high school students wear masks while they were doing track and field. I was like,
Mhm.
is that safe?
Probably not. Probably not.
9 hours a day. I wear like 9 hours a day for my profession, and it gets bad, dude. It gets really like claustrophobic, and I just gotta like stop and kind of snap out of it. You know what I mean?
Well, what I was
And,
thinking, I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, but like you breathe out carbon monoxide, right? No,
Yeah,
wouldn't that build up inside the mask if you're?
it does. Yeah, and in your
Right.
lungs too. It's horrible. It's like,
Mhm.
and we're forced to wear it to work, and yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad I got a job,
Well-
thank God. But
Yeah,
The
but
mask that you
my
get
boss
from
doesn't
the-
enforce it, so I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, those masks are
I'm
only
lucky.
one-use masks, and these people are using them over and over
Yeah.
again. And then you got cloth masks, which is even worse than a one-use mask.
Yeah, I thought that was
So-
kind of stupid too. I was like,
And then you
"Fuck."
got to wear 2 or 3 masks.
Yeah, I'm
the
not
rest
doing
of
that.
them, nose. Have you
you
seen the
gotta
new one they
wear
got?
15 or else you're killing grandma.
They have a nose mask,
Oh, the clown
like a
nose.
rubber nose.
Yeah,
Oh,
real
I saw
clown
that
world now.
in Europe or something.
Yeah, right.
Just wear a
Ugh.
respirator. Just go around with
You
a
know,
respirator.
I think.
Scuba suit.
So you see how Tatsunami just said there's only one person in here? I just pulled up Genuine, Black Rose, Quaif, Bob. They're all in the chat still, but it only says that there's one.
That's
What up,
crazy.
fellas?
Wonder
Who you
why.
calling Quaif?
I don't know.
That's kind of odd. I don't know.
It's YouTube. It's
Dojo's
the
here.
algorithm
Quaif
fucking
is
with
here.
ya.
I wonder if I'm invisible right now.
Queef.
because,
Genuine is here. Black Rose is here. I can pull up everybody. Fade is here. Everybody's here, but it only
well,
says
good
one.
for you.
What up, everybody?
All of us are banned.
Thank you.
Countryman over here.
We don't count as a view.
Nor should you.
I don't know.
We're a negative.
So what's
We
up on
don't
the
have
Nine
this
Devils
view.
too,
It's a lot.
Preston?
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Non-devils too.
Working on the Nine Devils or the new Nine Devils?
Actually, I am. I spent like a day just doing character sketches and stuff like that, because I want to redesign a few things and then design a couple of things. And then Brian wrote in like motorcycles into the stories. So I'm like, well, I can't do like real motorcycles. Like I got to do like fucking Akira type of motorcycles, except they got to look like they're slapped together. Let me
Ooh,
scan a
nice.
page in and I'll show it off a little bit.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! I can't wait for this. You know what's gonna be sick about this? Preston's not gonna be drawing it. He's gonna be painting it.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell yeah.
So it's going to be like a French style comic. I don't know how well you guys know like French comics.
Oh
But
yeah.
they're freaking gorgeous hardcovers, beautifully illustrated or painted. It's going to be. Like,
It's not going to have any body odor or
no nor bad attitudes.
But you know what? While I'm scanning this, let me go ahead and put this up because I think we need to talk about this a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
What's
I know
this
somebody
about?
who works on that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's me. Ooh.
It's badass.
Explain to us about this shotgun samurai.
Nah, well, you see.
You got some gun kata in there or what?
Oh, totally. Of course. We got some samurai action with a shotgun. So if you like, gun kata, like Equilibrium, John Wick, all that fun stuff.
Fucking love that shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mhm. And like, classic samurai, like, duels and all that stuff, but he has a shotgun. So how does that work? You'll find out. Back it today on Indiegogo.
Hell yeah. So it's like a John Woo kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's very it's like very like very centered. Like the whole story is kind of like the backstory and lore is kind of centered around this like legendary shotgun that exists. And so when he shows up, everyone's like, "Whoa, it's the Shotgun Samurai."
Oh wow.
So the sword, right? So it's like like the classic magical sword. Like yeah. Oh, that's good. That's great. Is there going to be magic in this?
No. That's the thing. It's like it's very like everything's grounded in reality except this shotgun.
Interesting.
Wow. Shotgun's like a character in there, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does
so-
it have to be like does it have an endless supply of bullets or do you have to load it? Or...
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask that question.
Well, the whole thing that's great about shotties is that you can load them with all kinds of shit.
Well,
yeah.
Bean bags, rubber buckshot, bolo rounds,
Exactly, yeah.
flechettes.
Yeah, but I think that's hard on the barrel. You know,
it's-
Oh yeah, fouls your barrel big
Yeah.
time.
That's
when
true.
they brought
if you kind of
Johnny
like this-
Blaze back
Huh?
and they gave Johnny Blaze the hell scattergun, where you remember that? Like he had a sawed-off shotgun, but Ghost Rider like hit it with some of his hellfire, and all of a sudden, like it just shot hellfire after that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that was the
Right.
greatest thing ever. I was like,
That was
dude.
metal.
Like they
Yeah.
brought Johnny Blaze back, and he was still cool, even though he was a Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, like so. I'm thinking maybe Shotgun Samurai might have some of that going on. Maybe.
It's kind of like he knows how to use it for whatever reason he needs to. So if he needs to switch up the ammo, he knows how to do it. But we never see him reloading, and we don't. And ammo is not a question. So
That's cool.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
I like the Joe Ball piece here that we're looking
It's
at.
beautiful.
Oh yeah. God,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that dragon, man.
Just
mhm.
the
Dragon.
Joey
Yeah,
Ball.
spectacular.
I love it. Yeah, I'm so glad I was able to grab him when he was available.
Where did you grab him?
Where did I grab him? Hey,
That's an incriminating
right
question.
spot.
Oh yeah, boy.
In the back dimples,
I was going to say he did it right so that Joe would do the work.
He's got some healthy.
Massaged his butt dimples.
But dimples, I got him like, so, you want to do a cover for Shotgun Samurai?
Yeah, all right. That's awesome. Yeah, no, he knocked it out of the park on that.
That's
one. That was
beautiful.
badass. I'm digging the.
So, quick question: who did the colors? Does Joe Ball do the colors too?
Oh, no. I got Farah Nurmalisa. I think that's how you pronounce it. She did Peregrine, if you're familiar with that.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, that was that
Nice.
was awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She did a great. Yeah, Joe Ball suggested me her because he was like, she does great with his work. So I was like, all right.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and she-
it's always good to make sure that if you're going to hire somebody to ink or color an artist's work, that they're going to be happy with it,
Yeah,
because it's so awful when you see like a beautiful pencils. When I get pencils from the artist I'm working with, they're so beautiful. I don't want to see them inked or do you know what I'm saying?
I know.
But yeah, clearly a very, very good colorist. Like preserves like the all the lines and everything. Doesn't look muddled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I asked him. I was like, "This is so good. Like, who do you suggest that can really make sure your artwork pops?" And yeah,
So he recommended the color. Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
That's the person to ask.
Yeah. I was like, who's your favorite colorist? Because I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Did you censor this because they had boobies, or it's because of gore?
gore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, did a boobie pop onto his face? I was like, that's
Speaking of gore,
Spitting on the dead
shot
child.
off and landed on his face.
speaking of gore, I'm gonna have to tease you with these a little bit later, son.
Someone made a tweet.
Preston.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Hold on. Let's see here.
Yeah, bring.
Got these from
Oh, wow.
Ebon Press today.
What is that?
This is an adaptation of Lucio Fulci's Gates of Hell, also known as City of the Living Dead.
I'm digging that cover, dude.
And check this out. This is
I like that
Maniac.
little slip.
This is Maniac 2. How would you like to have this on your ceiling and just every morning wake up and see Joe Spinell's like freaky face? On the other side, a little portrait of Caroline Monroe.
What you do is you sneak it onto the ceiling. Then when you're banging your old lady, like she looks up and she's like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Better
Yeah.
not be calling any other men.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all. And their shit's all full color, and it comes with all kinds of cool crap.
Dude, you gotta. I think I need to be turned on to that. Like the.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, let's make sure that I don't want to get off on a
Now,
tangent
what is this again?
promoting their
Never
shit.
heard of this.
Because we should be promoting our guests' shit. But yeah, it's Ebon Press. They do graphic novels and they do floppies too of adaptations of horror movies and also in this case sequels. That is to say, Maniac never had a sequel, but now it does.
Let me ask you a question on the Gates of Hell.
Yeah,
like the Gates of Hell is like. The artist that did the cover, is he doing the interiors, or did they hire?
Yeah, look at this beautiful little.
Oh, sweet!
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
Fold out there, because dude, seriously, Preston, like
that's some Bernie Wrightson level shit right there.
I know, and that's what I'm saying is I'm going to contact these guys and see if I can talk them into doing a Spanish horror crossover.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because I figure if there's anybody that would go for that, it would be these guys.
So that's square down, right?
Well, no, because they love Euro horror, and the book that I want to do would be a crossover between Valdemar Daninsky, the werewolf, and the Blind Dead, the Templars. But if you don't know, if you're not like a Euro horror fiend, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? So, but they're making stuff for like a specific demographic, like a specific audience that just loves this crap, and I happen to be like that guy.
Oh man!
So I didn't want all the bikes to look alike because they're supposed to be pieced together, right? So I wanted to have different types, and I wanted one to be a trike because I dig trikes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me too. Yeah. With the big ape hangers.
Yeah, and that one's not. That guy's going to die. That's why his bike isn't really fully developed. This is going to be our hero right here. Yeah,
that's dope, dude.
It's going to be Azrael, the
angel, the watcher.
And yeah, dude, like I had to make some adjustments on it because the first sketch was cool, but it just wasn't there, right? So I like the one that I made the print of. So I wanted to kind of give him a little bit more depth and like fix his shield a little bit. Yeah,
I love the shield.
For some odd reason, he's got like a really strong Spawn quality to him, and that was unintentional. Like I didn't want it to be like kind of that, but it just fell into that. Like I don't know.
Well, keep in mind, Spawn is very much a '70s Marvel horror hero.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I think you're not so much taking from Spawn as you're taking from the same source that Spawn took from.
Also, I like Aztec art, and also like like I like grotesques, you know, like the faces on the side of buildings and shit like that. So I want to include all of that into his armor, you know, like as far as like the skull on one side of his thigh and a face on the other. The comedy and tragedy faces on his his clips up here, the shields on his
pauldrons. So dope.
You know? That's badass.
Oh,
Like he's
That's
an angel
metal
that
as
was
fuck.
tortured in hell, right? So his nose is gone and it's sewn up where his nose once was. You know, his lips and his
Oh,
face
wow.
is basically ripped off, and the top of his head is just a flame just coming out of there. You know, it's just hellfire coming out of his head, and yeah, dude, this is gonna be sick.
Yeah, and his
That is
eyes,
some fucked up shit.
his eyes have also been sealed with
Yeah,
like
and he's
a
got-
with a bandage that's like has a spell on it. This is all from the Book of Enoch, actually. I was lucky because when Preston asked me to write this, I had already done all the research. Like I know all that shit. I've read, the Apocrypha and the Book of Enoch and all that stuff. Because what we're doing here is we're sort of playing with early Christian mythology. Like for instance, the Book of Enoch. It was never like an official part of the Bible. It was one of the books that was left out, but it deals with angels that came down to Earth and basically contaminated it with their presence, because they mated with human females, which created a race of monster giants called the Nephilim, and they also taught.
So there's going to be some
art of war.
demon human banging in there.
Cheers.
Well, there is actually. Yeah, there is actually.
Banging.
Yep, and so I was thinking like, okay, well, if he's gonna, if we're gonna have a like a demon, although he's not technically a demon, he's not a fallen angel, he's a descended angel. That's been, his punishment by God was to be trapped on Earth. That's why the Watchers are called the Watchers. They hang out and watch. They got nothing else to do, and it's funny. I just picked up the Book of Enoch, flipped through it, and like, which angel is he? Azazel, the one that taught man the art of war and the making of arms and armor. So basically, think of a Judeo-Christian Mars or Ares.
Nice.
Yeah.
Preston.
What he said.
Hey man, oh god, it's
So
gonna,
Joe
it's gonna
Ball's
be so
doing some,
sweet.
Joe Ball did a couple of sketch cards for you too, like for the for your campaign.
Oh, I think I just cut out for a second.
You did. You cut out.
Okay, I'm back.
It's all
How are you?
good.
I'm great.
So Joe hooked you up with a couple of sketch cards.
Yes, he did. So we got some special Joe Ball sketch cards. One's already claimed, 2 left to go. So get them quick.
I
Excellent.
don't see the other. Was it gone previously from the campaign, or is it?
No, it's all at the bottom because I think it's I think they just go to the bottom after
there
they've
it is.
claimed. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. So and also I have his original art for his cover up as the featured tier right now.
Ooh,
Let's see here.
that's a nice thing to be able to offer.
This book looks so fun, man. I can't wait to read it.
Thanks.
It
yeah.
looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can check out the trailer. I'm pretty proud of my trailer,
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. A little sweet little ditty.
Shotgun symbol. I like your logo too. Your logo looks badass.
Thanks.
Like what is that? Shotgun shell. That was cool. I like that.
Badass, yo.
Thanks.
That logo. That logo is pretty badass.
You like
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Sold. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Seriously, this looks awesome.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this has been a long time in the making. So I'm glad I can finally put it out here for people to see.
That's badass.
So we got a very Asian theme to the stream tonight.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that
right?
when I saw your video, I was like, oh, Dojo Kun.
And we're
Samurai.
announcing the Siamese Shotgun Samurai crossover tonight.
We got the Asian themes, and then we got from the gun to the 6-gun gorilla theme. So it's like we're all connected.
I was telling him before we went live, I was like, dude, it's fucking samurai gorillas. What you need right now, dude?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think AR-15 is kind of filling that void. AR-15 orangutan.
Oh yeah.
But then of course you got to throw in other characters like Grenade Launcher Gibbon. I don't see why they can't be like Samurai Squirrel Monkey.
Anybody a Daredevil fan? Are you guys?
I like it.
Are you guys Daredevil fans at all, or from the comic series? You remember when oh god, you remember he had a villain that was like his body was a weapon, right? Like he could click his thumb and he loads a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like his thumb turned into a pistol, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it was all under his skin. And I always wonder, I was like, how does he load these weapons?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Became a shotgun, you know what I'm saying?
What year is that from? That's not from like the Gene Colan days, right? That's like from the 90s?
It's later. Yeah, it would be later.
Okay, or yeah, because that didn't ring any bells, and I was like, Daredevil. Like,
I can't remember the name of the villain, but I thought it was a cool villain. I was just like, how does he load that shit? Does he swallow the bullets? I was like, does he put it in the other way? I was like, what are we talking about?
It's a suppository.
They brought him back into the Immortal Hulk, I think.
I think they did. And he blew off Betty Banner's head, right? Or something.
I think so. And the way they would draw his hand, it looks so gross, like very like Cronenberg-esque. And I was like, that's awesome. And it was before the book, the Immortal Hulk, when they started it, it was really good. It was a horror book. And then it got really woke, and so I canceled it.
Yeah.
But he was in there though, dude. It was pretty cool. He was trying to hunt Banner down.
Like that book was fucking insane, dude. Like it was great.
It was good.
I looked it up for you while we were talking. His name is Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker. Yeah.
That's a good name.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude.
Yeah, and it was
yeah.
It was
I didn't read that book, but yeah, I remember the character.
And it was the artist that was doing it. I love that dude, but I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names, but nobody fucking likes him. But yeah, I mean, I like the way he portrayed like Bushwhacker too, because like the way it looks sick when his arm turned into a shotgun. It almost looked like his fucking arm dislocated. You know what I'm saying?
It looked like it hurt, or the skin was all getting malformed. Yeah, Brian, his debut was in 1987. It says so. That's maybe outside of when you were reading it.
Brian's a young man. Like he was in '84. He was a young tyke at that point.
I was. I just had to do a quick Google search, and so I'm watching Betty Ross get shot in the head.
Yeah, dude, that fucking series. It was a horror book. Like that was a horror book, dude. Yeah, that was sick, dude. Like
back
even
in
the way
2019.
Yeah, when every time he illustrated the Hulk, where the Hulk was smiling, like it was like this sick smile. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew violence was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like it was fucked up.
He was wicked. He took out a whole biker like meth heads like in the first issue. I was like, whoa, at night. And it was good. I was a Joe Bennett or Bennett or something like that doing the art.
Something like that, but it was all body horror too. Like when the Hulk transformed, it was sick, dude. Like everything was like super fucking sick. And
then I opened it up, and it was just, what the hell is this? What happened?
This is Marvel. It was like,
it was the same writer too. Like, what are you doing? I thought this was a horror book.
But you see, that's the thing.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, even when they put out something killer like this, I don't even I hear about it years later because I'm so tuned out from what they've been doing for like the last 10 years.
Well, everybody was talking about the Immortal Hulk for a long time. Like they were like, "This is fucking amazing," right? Because when they did the Abomination, the Abomination was literally an abomination. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fucked up, dude.
Must have.
He was very like with the mask, like Predator.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it
and
was
Carpenter.
sick, dude.
I always loved the Abomination.
Yeah,
and-
Emil Blonsky.
Yeah,
Yep.
they did something where it was like the Green Door, you know what I'm saying? Where anybody who was exposed to was ever a Hulk, they were immortal at that point. Like even if they died, they would always come back, you know.
Ops was
And,
in there.
Oh, dude, if you look at nothing else, you got to look at the fight between the Absorbing Man and the Hulk. Like that was some fucked up shit, dude. That was
awesome,
completely
dude.
fucked
Like,
up, dude.
2019.
character.
How did they allow that? How did that get past the censors?
I fucking have no idea, dude. I don't even know where it went wrong because you heard about it for a little while and then like it was the most popular thing ever and then it just disappeared, you know? And
Yeah.
'Cause I'm thinking
Matt,
they
you
had to
can
shut
tell
that
us
shit
more
down.
about that, dude. Like,
There was also one issue of the Immortal She-Hulk where she finds that, like Doc Salem says, she has that immortality as well now too.
yeah. Well, anybody, the way they did it in Immortal Hulk, like anybody who was ever a Hulk, like is immortal at that point, like because they would always come back through the Green Door, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, that was so fucked up, dude.
And I think it was like
Yeah, that
a
issue.
pocket hell as well, like another dimension of hell, kind of like Event Horizon when it folds space and time and they go to hell basically. He's Hellraiser, and that's what the Green Door was. I think that's why Banner could always come back, and his father was in there.
Yeah.
And he was running. I think his father is actual demon running the show. The green room, the green corridor, the Green Door.
Yeah,
Good
like
story
he
on
his dude, it was so fucked up, dude. Like they had like every time the Absorber Man would hit the Hulk, he would absorb some of his powers, right? So the Hulk would start shrinking, but his skin wouldn't shrink. So he had these big flaps of skin all over the place. It looked like somebody who just dropped 1,000 pounds, right? And it was just like this flabby motherfucker. And it was sick, dude. Like because when he went to hell, like he was still just all saggy.
Remember when they cut him up? They cut him up in all those pieces.
Oh yeah,
and put him in a jar, dude, and then they broke out, and he's all like reforming, and he's just like fucking fighting.
But he reformed
that
around the
was something else.
scientist
That was
and
sick.
absorbed the scientist into his body, dude. Like it was
Who wrote this? Who wrote
dude.
this?
somebody really cool wrote that shit.
And
I'm really-
canceled, I would
Pictures
think.
No,
I'm
really
mad I
woke.
missed all this. I had no idea
He
this
got
was-
woke. Like he
Well,
woke
they
up.
probably told him. They said, if you want to
Hey,
get a
Andrew, you better
job,
woke up, dude. You better woke.
you
the
better
fuck up.
woke the fuck up.
And he woke up like boom, and then it just turned
Gotcha.
straight.
You know what he probably
Yeah.
should have did though? He
Yeah.
probably should have said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go do an Indiegogo with the bulk.
Exactly. See you later, bye type shit.
I'm
You
gonna
know
do
what I mean?
the
Oh,
immortal
dude.
bulk. We'll see
Well,
how
did
it goes.
Well, I'm just wondering if like his contract had the DeCampi clause.
What's that? I don't-
Oh, you didn't know about that? You didn't hear the like the part 3 of the Whisper Network, that story that was on Bleeding Fool? Or was it in
No,
about
actually,
Founding of the Comics? Yeah, Alex DeCampi. You know, she's like the queen of the Whisper Network, right?
Oh
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
where it's just all about getting all the cisgendered white males out of the
Yeah.
industry, canceling
Yeah.
them all,
Mhm.
and getting herself and her girls in there. And evidently, if you work for Marvel now, there's a DeCampi clause where it's like you demand that that's in your script, which is to say that Alex DeCampi will be nowhere in your area. You will never be placed on a panel with her. Will never have to stay at the same hotel as her because she's the cancel queen.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes. Wow. And so it's just like, yeah, evidently they're like in the article, you got to read it. They got like an insider says there's 2 rules. 1, stay away from Bleeding Cool and Rich Johnston and those freaking maniacs, right?
Yeah.
Which I can confirm that that's legit. And second, stay if you are in the same room as Alex DeCampi, if she mentions your name anywhere, if she shoots you a DM, like a private message, lawyer up, because it's coming. Yeah, you got to read that article. It's insane.
And I'm sure there's a lot of good writers that we all probably hate. They're woke or whatever, but they're probably just kind of scared. You know what I mean? And they're just,
of course.
but it's
Of course,
stupid.
yeah, dude.
It's just
But they-
stupid though.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, dude, leave. Like, don't contribute to the library.
just
of
leave.
lies.
Yeah.
Make
You
your own
already
IP.
made your
You know what
mark.
I mean?
Fucking leave
Their
and go do an
Their
Indiegogo.
stuff's good. And, yeah, it's done. There's plenty of stories to read. Let's start making some new shit where people
Exactly.
are actually reading. People are reading this stuff now, and these kids aren't reading it. They're reading other shit.
Speaking of new shit, who's seen the Invincible series on Prime.
Is that
Anybody?
out?
Yeah, it's out, dude. I watched it. It's pretty fucked up. But for some odd reason, they mentioned Tallahassee Coates in the series.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Tallahassee Coates. Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
They were like, they said,
Tallahassee.
you need to educate yourself, son. Here's some good books. This one's written by Tallahassee Coates. I was like, what?
The guy who turned Black Panther into a black separatist.
That freaked me out, dude. I was like, is Kirkman like playing up to the woke culture? I was like,
Well, dude,
The new
you've
Superman
seen The Walking
with
Dead.
Abrams, dude.
no, I never. I haven't watched
Yeah.
I dropped out The Walking Dead like in 20.
Is it the Woking Dead at this point?
No, dude. There's like, I haven't seen it yet, but I will not be surprised if
Do we
there's
need
like
more
a
diversity
handicapped
with the zombies?
albino Eskimo transgender person at some point.
Oh, that bad.
for,
Okay.
That bad.
And all the zombies are white.
Yes.
You know, that's really fucked up. Like I thought Kirkman was better than that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but here's the thing: it's an act of self-preservation. Now, you or me,
what's to be preserved? Like, he owns part of Image. He's got two of the hottest titles out there, Invincible,
Doesn't
and
want
he's
to be
got fucking
canceled.
Walking Dead. You at some
SJW
point you have to say
Twitter
you can't be
maniacs.
canceled. You know what I'm saying?
Twitter
Like,
maniacs could boom shut that shit off. They could turn off that spigot.
And
in
you know
a
what he should
heartbeat
do?
unless
He
he
should pull
kisses their
Democrats.
asses. So he kisses their
That's it,
asses.
dude.
you should pull a Rogan and just fucking ignore him.
And I
That's
guarantee
what I
you,
would
if-
do. That's what I would do. But also then you're like, okay, the guy's got a family, he's got
No,
kids.
you
He's
see, you
already
keep
got
saying
fuck
that.
you money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he owns part of Image. He
might be buying DC. You heard about that, right?
That's
There's
what
a
I'm
rumor
talking
that
about.
He might be buying DC.
This isn't a guy who's like,
I know.
oh, please don't fire me. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
He's the
I know.
guy that
Yeah.
you gotta impress so he doesn't fire you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna cancel you. Well, fuck you, you fired. How's that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Guess
cancel
who's
me?
not
I'm gonna
ever gonna
cancel
have a book
you.
at Image ever?
Yeah,
Like
he's a
Dead
guy
World?
who worked at Marvel and just like did like one book, right? And I think it was the Irredeemable Ant-Man, and he like cut out after 4 or 5 issues. It's like, why am I creating for these motherfuckers? Why am I creating
Exactly.
characters for these motherfuckers?
Like,
Mhm.
his werewolf book was pretty good. I kind of liked it. I
was
thought
alright.
it was really amateurish. Like the first, like the way he did the origin, it was like
Yeah.
that tacky, like, you know, what every writer does ever on their first book. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Terrible.
eh.
I didn't do it on mine.
I think he learned his lesson with Walking Dead, though. Like when he did the first issue of Walking Dead, he was like, you know.
Well, the interesting thing is that Walking Dead was just a side project. That wasn't his thing. Invincible was his thing.
Yeah.
What up, Edwin? But I remember when I got like the first issue of The Walking Dead, it was in black and white, for cost saving purposes.
Brian felt
And-
bad for selling his Walking Dead number 1 to somebody for $1,000.
No, it was more like 1,350 or 1,400, I think. And now it's worth what? Like $4,000 or something?
$4,000.
God damn
He's
it!
like, he tells me on stream, he said, yeah, that poor bastard. I felt bad for taking his money. I said, let's see how much the book's up to. he goes, it's what? Fuck.
I should have hung on to that bitch. God damn it. Motherfuckers. But yeah, no, Kirkman said, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. This is just an experiment. I'm just gonna like make the story up as I go along.
Yeah. Walking Dead or Invincible?
Walking Dead. And
Yeah.
then suddenly, what's his face? Fucking Frank Darabont buys the rights. And so he was psyched because not only were the rights bought, they were bought by Frank Darabont. So, the guy who did Shawshank Redemption
Well,
and The
Kirkman
Mist.
had to lie his ass off to get the Walking Dead. He was like, and I think that's why number 1 is worth so much, is because the print run was so goddamn low because they were like, fucking, who was in charge? I think it was Valentino was in charge at the time, wasn't he? Like he was
I think
vetting
so.
new projects and Image.
I think so. Yeah, they did
Before he
not
got
believe in
fired.
that book.
Yeah.
They did not
Yeah.
believe in that book at all.
Which was weird because Valentino was a huge fan of like indie books. That's why he got fired, because he got fired from his own goddamn company because he was bringing in like shitty books that weren't selling, and it was like super indie, and they were like, dude, you gotta do better. What are you doing? So I think
he was shown the door, eh?
Yeah, by his own company. Like, that's some fucked up shit, dude.
That's brutal. That's gotta be an ego bruiser.
So in The Walking Dead, which is better, the comic book or the TV show? Because I've never read either of them or watched
The first season of the TV series, I think, is fantastic. And then they fucked up. What happened was Frank Darabont, it was so successful that they fired Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
And they were like, because it was going to take him, basically there were going to be 6 to 8 episodes a season, right? And they were like, no, fuck that, we need 20. Right. And he was like, no way, I'd rather have like 6 or 8 awesome episodes than what the show turned into. Yeah. Which is every now and then you get like an awesome episode and lots and lots and lots of crap.
Yeah.
I mean, zombies are like, not only are they eating animals, well, that's Kirkman's bad, but they're like sneaking up on deer. You ever tried to sneak up on a deer? How the hell does a zombie sneak up on a deer? Okay, and they're catching horses. They're running it like it's like, oh my god, they're eating a horse. It's like, oh, they're outrunning horses. What the fuck?
Crazy.
It's retarded.
I have to say this though, like, besides the Tallahassee Coats incident,
Ta-Nehisi,
whatever,
Ta-Nehisi, motherfucker, get that shit right.
I have no respect for that dude. So you know what? It doesn't.
Oh, you're gonna get canceled.
Right? Just go for it. This would be the first time.
I was gonna cancel you. I was just saying, you're
Brian
going
said he was going to cancel me. Everybody heard that. They had But besides that, like he stayed pretty true to the actual book, right? As far as like the blood and the gore and like
right.
Like Omni-Man like fucking crushing people's heads and ripping them apart.
Oh, nice.
And the only thing I didn't like was that it was only 3 episodes. Like for the first season, 3 1-hour episodes. So
that means it's like a test run. That means that they don't want to invest completely in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it was good, dude. Like the animation was top notch. I was like, "This is fucking good, dude."
I look forward to checking that out,
dude. I really want to see more. Like, besides that one incident, like I really want to see more of it. So people go watch that. Fucking Invincible.
Did you guys ever read Dead World?
I did.
I got the trade paperback right over there.
Wasn't that originally named The Walking Dead?
No, it was Dead World.
No, there was another comic called The Walking Dead. Did I mail that to you, Preston?
I don't know, but I remember like way back in the day, like my first Comic-Con ever, I met the guy like doing The Walking Dead, and it wasn't Kirkman. You know what I'm saying? And this was early 90s. This wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, way back. And this was an indie black and white book.
Dead World, black and white. I heard that Kirkman jacked like half of the concepts from that.
I met the guy who did Dead World too.
The dude in the RV. Like I read a whole article like 10 years ago, and no one really talks about it. But they have that biker zombie that runs everything. This one's a little more spiritual.
Well, one's like Dead World is different from the Walking Dead, and the Kirkman Walking Dead. I think Preston's talking about the Walking Dead comic that came out like in the 90s. Like I have an issue of it here somewhere. Yeah, no, but I remember Dead World too because I met the creator of Dead World, and Dead World. Actually, he was one of those innovative motherfuckers. Like in the back of the book, you could actually send him money, and he'll put you in the book. And you can, if you want to be a zombie or something like that, like you could send him a couple of bucks, and you can be in in there. And it was crazy, dude. Like I was like, that's fucking cool, dude. Like it was really cool. But and the art was good too. Like Dead World,
good, dude. And they had that biker zombie dude in there that was like running everything. Yeah. They were like growing humans. They were cloning humans. The zombies were. There was portals to hell where demons would come out. And there's a lot of concepts in Dead World that allegedly Kirkman took and put in The Walking Dead. And dude, I like that. I like that more than Walking Dead personally.
Yeah, that artwork is really good.
The concept
Vincent Locke,
Dead artwork is shit.
Vincent Locke went on to become rather famous. He did the Cannibal Corpse album covers.
Yeah.
And also what should I call it? What am I thinking of? A History of Violence. with God, who's the Judge Dredd guy again? I'm blanking.
the Italian guy,
John
right?
Wagner. John
Yeah.
Wagner.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
He's
look,
an
look at
artist.
that
where
line.
did you get that book at?
see, look at that.
Like,
Look at that,
I need that book. I need it.
dude. And so there's
I need it immediately.
I had a feeling. Don't worry, brother. I'll send
How many
I'll send you this-
how many
send this your way.
volumes do they have of Dead World? Because I know there's a graphic audio novel on like out of Dead World, you know, and it chronicles some of the stuff that's happening in the regular series. But that's not the whole run, is it? That can't be the whole run.
No, I think there's
No,
like
I
3 of
don't
them, and
think
they did a remake too. They did a remake not too long ago, but it didn't even look the same. But
Dude, look at
like
that.
this one's got that old school, like, you know, writes in kind of
Like
inspiration.
Eastman. Yeah.
Eastman, a little bit of Corbin, some of the panels.
Dude, that is
Yeah.
fucking sick, dude. That's so
Yes.
outlaw.
Lots
It's
of
fucking
different,
crazy.
you know, all the good horror artists, dude. And then that biker zombie dude, he's like the zombie king. That's like the name of the guy that
Yeah.
runs it all. He's
Oh, yeah.
iconic looking.
Ryan.
I'm surprised they never made a
Dude,
movie
look
out
at
of this
that.
stuff, dude.
Oh, dude, that's fucking
Look at that
sick,
Corbin.
dude.
That face looks like Corbin a little bit on the far left.
You're right. Yeah,
Maybe not the
Yeah, it
steepling,
does.
but just the style.
well, it has such a hand-drawn quality to it.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's beautiful black and white art.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Reminds me of the
back
Pro
in
a
the
little
day.
bit too. Yep.
Like you can
Never
tell,
be
like that
colored.
was all hand done too. I mean,
Yeah.
because
Oh, hell yeah.
there's like, I'm not trying to knock computer generated work. You know what I'm saying? But there's like it starts looking the same when everybody uses the same filters, the
Brian.
same brushes and shit like
I
that.
want one.
Dude, look at that, dude.
Dude, it's so fucking
Isn't that
metal. Dude.
beautiful?
Look at that cowboy, dude.
It's fucking sick, son.
Oh man.
Isn't that
I want
beautiful?
one. It's got a shot.
Yeah,
have the
man.
same cowboy
I mean,
hat.
I originally wanted to do 6-gun in black and white, but it's harder to sell a black and white comic.
Not really if you do it right. I think you can get
Yeah.
away with it. Yeah,
Well,
because some
I'm
books shouldn't have
seeing
color.
that.
Like that book right there. No
Yeah.
way, dude.
No
If
way.
they colored that, that'd be a fucking travesty.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Ex-
Well, if you
ex-
color
Have you
the
seen
Pro,
the
it will
colored?
do
Have you seen the colored versions of The Walking Dead?
no.
They're reprinting them all in color.
Yeah, I've seen them.
They look awful.
It ruins the tone. And the thing is,
They
with
look
black and white,
awful.
after like a page or two, your mind's already populating colors. You know,
Yeah.
involuntarily.
Yeah.
It's just they have
I
so
feel-
like little faith in their audience, because I think the kind of people that won't read it because it's not in color just don't read comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
You
know,
know, you
people
look at
think that-
manga.
reprints.
Manga's outselling American comics 10-1.
Yeah, so it's not
Well,
a
there's-
color issue.
No.
Well, people think that if the book's in black and white, that people aren't going to want to buy it because it's not colored. That doesn't play anything to me, dude. Like if it's a good book, like some books just aren't meant to be fucking colored. Like Bernie
Yeah,
Wrightson's
I agree.
work was never meant to be colored.
No.
dude. When you crowbar color into it, it doesn't work. You know? And yeah, like if it's a good book, it's a good book. You know?
What I'd love to do, like when you finish 6-gun number 8, I would love to have like a special artist's edition, kind of like a director's cut. That would just be nothing but pencils.
Yeah.
No way.
Exactly, yeah. I haven't found any issue with people saying people prefer my art to be black and white, so it's like
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's
Brian,
all
show
about the
me some more
intention for
shit.
sure.
Dude. Yeah, I like that too when they do an ink wash over the
Mm.
over the art. That's fucking
I
sick,
mean,
dude. Like
and-
Dark when you
yeah.
do a lot of that shit.
How
I prefer
bad, dude?
black and white at the end of the day, dude. You know what I mean? Like when it really comes down to it.
I love it.
It's like
I love it.
I don't know.
I mean, I like color comics too, but it's just, I don't know. There's something about like look at this once again. Look at how beautiful that is.
Just got Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein. It's the
Oh,
I got it from France, bro. Hardcover, $40, brand new.
hell
That's fucking
yeah!
crazy, dude.
That
I
that's
don't need to read it. I
masterpiece.
got Frankenstein the hardcover from Barnes and Noble for $10 if I want to read it. But I bought it to study his line work, and it was, dude. I got it from France off Amazon for $40, bro. It took a month to get here, but it's hardcover and it's big too. It's not the small one that they republished. It's the big line art of Frankenstein.
That Frankenstein that he
must have.
produced was
Yeah.
It took him 2 or 3 years to do that book. You know,
Yep.
because it was and he used the woodcut style on that too. It wasn't
Exactly.
like, if you notice, there's no real line to the art. Like it's all hatching, like, you know, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
the line work is completely sick, and like you said, they don't look like illustrations. They look like woodcuts.
They need to do an artist edition on like Dead World.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you could see like this old. Look at this. All this is just beautiful black and white art. I think it's all pencil.
Cool.
I don't think there's any ink in here.
Yeah, pencil looks badass too. If you could pull that off. Pencil's punk, dude. It's like real gritty.
I like pencil, dude.
I
don't think inking's necessary anymore. You know
and then if you pull like what's the Eric Powell? He does black color pencil on some of the stuff.
That's cool.
Just to make the line stick out. You know what I mean? You're like, what? Black color and pencil and ink. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Look at the lighting here, for instance.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. It's interesting, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I could just crack open a beer or like some whiskey and just study that stuff and just stare at it for hours, you know, like I'm on one.
Yeah.
Fucked up and study some art.
Take acid test.
Yeah, I got you. I gotta head out soon. So could we?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Can we wrap that shit up?
Sorry.
Your Shotgun Samurai looks badass, by the way.
Thanks.
Everybody go out and back that.
If you like black and white art, check out Shotgun Samurai. Great segue.
Shotgun kind of looks like it kind of looks like a Junji Ito book, like as far as the interiors.
Oh, friggin', I love Junji Ito. Yeah, I studied a lot of his work too, his line work just to like really get like that kind of detailed, like, you know, hatching down and really try to get the form right.
Yeah, he's got a. I like. Oh wait, let me take Brian off. People will tell.
Seriously, it's people don't need to see that.
Everybody's picking apart his room right now.
I'm not exactly easy on the eyes.
What's in the bag? Oh, man.
Yeah, like I like his work, but I like the thing with Junji Ito is I think he like all those like anime artists, like they rush through shit and they get like maybe one or two really, really good pages out of the work, you know, and the rest of it's just kind of filler. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of like it comes with like the high page count demand. I guess they're like the industry they're part of, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But then you've got some people like Kentaro Miura, who does Berserk and can take as much time as he likes.
Yeah,
and
but
his work is off the hook. I mean, you talk about beautiful line work. My goodness.
Yeah, but those first couple of issues of Berserk were they're just like the Junji Ito issues. Like they like you could tell he just ran right through them.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, because of course he had to churn the pages out, but now it's so popular he can sit on his ass and take as much time as he likes, and so it's like it's ready when it's done.
Yeah, once he's already proved himself, then he can be like, all right, I got the carte blanche.
Yeah, and also having that much of a following and that much of a fan base, where it's like, you know what, I'd rather have it awesome than have it fast.
Exactly.
I got the tomes of Berserk. I haven't made it. Like I've made it through the first tome. About halfway through the second. The things are this fucking thick, dude. Like literally that fucking thick.
Huge,
this big.
Huge.
But
I
got so far. They got, as far as I know, they got 6 of them out. I got all 6, but dude, I just can't make it through all of them like fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, you can see like his art develop like over, you know, like while you're reading them. It's crazy.
I talk about that all the time. That's always fun to see.
Yeah, that's kind of one thing I like about reading. I'm more of a manga guy, so I love reading manga because it's like the first issues are usually like kind of art is kind of iffy, like man, but then once it gets on, you really see like the improvement of the artist.
Yep,
dude, you gotta check out that Devilman series.
That
new Devilman series that they put out. In fact, Neo Devilman, it's not in English. Like Neo Devilman's not in English, but that shit is fucking sick, dude. And
you're talking about the manga, not the new anime series. The old animated films, the old animated.
I'm talking
features.
about the books. I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the books. Like the books. Are sick, dude. Like the
Go Nagai was the shit.
Yeah, where it's fucking Devilman versus Amon. That shit is sick, dude. Like the art in there is fucking way up there. Like it's crazy.
This is new. This is new shit, or is this?
Like check out Neo Devilman. You get it because unless you know how to read Japanese, I don't know how to read Japanese.
I wish I did.
I have a friend who could translate for me, but he's in Salem, Massachusetts right now.
I wish they would put more of those in English though, dude, because I really want to get them because the art's so good. But at this point, you're just getting it because it's an art book, not because you kind of getting a story out of it,
Dude, you go to, you can go to any bookstore and there's like a Barnes and Noble and there's an entire massive freaking wall of this shit. It'll get translated probably in the near future.
I wish they'd do Neo Devilman because I'm telling you, Neo Devilman is they're not going to have that at a bookstore like a Barnes and Noble.
Oh, dude, you'd be surprised.
Sick, he's like raping a corpse.
Is it Neo? Is it Neo Devilman Kiss?
Fucking, I don't know, dude. I know it's Neo. Like it has like this tribal shit on the cover, but the interiors in that are fucking sick, dude. Like he's
nice.
It's Devilman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But right now we're talking about Shotgun Samurai again.
Indeed we are.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, folks, man, check out that trailer was dope, man. Especially love the animation where he just blows those two dudes' heads off.
Thanks. Yeah, he did the quick pump with the recoil.
Yes.
And that's Joe Ball's cover still available too.
So hop on that. Get that original artwork.
Get on it.
We got some sweet trading cards too. We got there's some. Where are we?
Right here.
All right, yeah. So we got. So this one's gonna be in foil because.
Shit, dude! You must be doing good.
Yeah. I must be doing good, or
foil shit.
Gonna be digging into the bucket on this one, but.
Oh man.
Yeah, so, and that's also colors by Farah and with my artwork. So.
Ow! That chap's not having a very good day, is he?
Yep. No, he's not.
Yeah. I like this.
Oh, awesome.
You got the I like the diagram
blueprint.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, that's going to be the bookmark, a double-sided bookmark.
Nice.
Yeah.
Clever.
So
Yeah. Very. Yeah, haven't seen that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's my print that is going to come with the book, thanks to the stretch goal.
$5,000 stretch goal. What you get for $5,000?
I'm going to make another trading card with George, who is a fan favorite. People quickly love that guy.
Nice.
Yeah, because as you see, like right there, I actually back when I lived in New York, I printed out some copies of these the earlier issues. So if you're in New York, sift around through some like local comic shops, you might find one.
Ooh.
Dude, I love that kind of shit, like finding stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like whatchamacallit? There's a place called Time Machine in New York City. I know they got a few copies.
Oh, I know that place. I don't know if it's. Yeah, absolutely. St. Mark's Comics, of course. That was always the place, like way back in the Dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I haven't been to Manhattan in a while, in over a year. Because of lockdown and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what's open, what's not.
Oh yeah, that's true. Are you near Nanuet by any chance?
I'm in Nanuet.
Oh friggin', go to Toy Wiz. I got a bunch of copies there.
Oh. Are they open?
Give me one.
I don't know, but that's where I used to live.
Oh, no shit, dude. No shit. Yeah, I'm like in the hamlets of Rockland.
Oh, okay. I was in Valley Cottage, so I
shit, right around the corner. I used to work in Valley Cottage.
Really? What part?
Yeah. Valley Cottage. I don't know what part. But I used to work at the Mental Health Association of Rockland County.
I gotcha. Cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Small world.
You're doing pretty good. You got 107 backers. That's not bad.
Damn it.
Yeah, but he needs more.
Yeah, let's get
more.
Let's get more eyes on this book, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you got some good covers.
Well, have you been?
You bought?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, how many pages?
Which count?
We got 200. Over 200 pages.
What?
That is a true manga style graphic novel.
Yeah, it sure is.
I've been producing this.
$20?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. 200 pages for $20?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm verifying. People, come on, man. If I wasn't a broke ass bitch right now, like when I get my Biden bucks, yeah,
Biden bucks.
you can bet.
Biden bucks.
Yeah.
You never got your
perfect.
Biden bucks yet?
No,
I didn't get mine
Really?
either.
no,
Really?
no.
You got mine.
I got mine too. The
Well, good for you.
$1,400.
I got mine on St. Patrick's Day.
Well,
Did you buy a new strap with it?
if you got your Biden bucks already, I got some artwork to sell you.
And seriously, for $300 for the book and an original piece of Joe Ball art, that's a steal right there.
You got a ton of covers. Yeah, and there's a two book lot, dude. You get both covers for $40.
Yeah.
Got Joe Ball.
Sketch
I
cards
got the
still-
Odie if you like the
still
manga
available?
style, and we got Jose Garcia if you love his like frantic action style.
I think that's my favorite cover, actually. This
Mhm.
one right here.
Yeah, oh yeah, that
That's beautiful.
That just screams fucking Shotgun Samurai right
I
there.
know.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I just
And
told
which
him,
one is the Odie one? Which is the one that
that one right there.
oh, beautiful.
Get out of here. All right.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Who colored that?
Odie does the colors too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I know that Spartan Scotsman has been coloring Xenotype.
I think they work good
Why not?
together, actually.
Oh, they-
Odie and,
oh, dude, they
Spartan
look
Scotsman.
amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Nice
I looked
blend.
at that art and I was like, this cannot be in color. And then I saw what Scott's was doing and I was like, holy crap, this looks amazing. And he'll actually color like live on stream, which sounds like, like it would be boring, like watching flies fuck. But it's actually really interesting. His coloring streams are awesome. But yeah, that's cool.
But
I digress.
getting back to
Flies fucking.
flies fucking. No, like there was this
Title of the
book.
stream.
I checked out this book on Indiegogo, right? And I was like, this motherfucker looks so badass, dude. Like this one right here, Automata.
Oh yeah.
Did
That's
you
on my
guys see
list,
this
too.
one yet? Like
No?
I never backed
Yeah.
it, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, let me show you why I liked it. Like fucking, this is why. Oh, you can't see the screen. That's so. This is Automata, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Oh yeah,
one.
you heard of that one.
Yeah.
So this is Odie.
No, I don't think this is Odie. Is it?
Oh, okay. So this is something different, totally
Yeah,
different.
this is completely different.
Okay.
So I checked this out and I was like, God damn, I was like, this book looks so fucking good, dude. Look at these cityscapes. And I was like, but then it gets even better because you get into the panels and it's like the panels are just fucking sick, dude. This reminds me of old school work. And
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And then, dude, look at that.
Beautiful.
Fucking cityscape
Beautiful.
right there. Like it gets crazy. And the gray tones in this book.
Oh
are
my
just fucking
God.
sick, dude. You know?
That's amazing. Whoa. Up. Not that you're my monkey or anything, but look at that. That's fucking awesome.
It's really, really good. Like super good. But I didn't back it.
And why didn't you back it? You have to let us know.
Well, it was the page count. The page count is really low, and it's. I think the guy's actually located. He's located in Singapore, right? So you're looking at international shipping on that too.
Oh.
So all in all, after you finish paying $25 for the actual comic, and then you go ahead and you pay for international shipping, you're looking at maybe $40 for a standard comic. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really wanted this book. I just didn't want it that bad. Because
it looks dope as fuck.
It does. Like if he would have added 20 more pages, he would have had me. Like I would have just fucking shelved this.
Yeah.
You know what? This is book 1 of 6. I'll bet that he puts it together afterward, and you'll be able to get one book in a trade paperback and only pay shipping once.
That's what I'm hoping. If he makes it to book 6.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm only selling floppies now. I'm not selling trade paperbacks anymore because I'm afraid that people are going to be like, "Oh, well, fuck issue number 8. I'll wait until the trade paperback comes out." But no, you got to buy number 8 for me to get to number 9 to get to number 10.
That's good. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that works.
I'm the opposite. I I like graphic novels. I like all that
I do
shit.
too.
Like,
That's my preference too.
It's
Well, I
not
mean, if I
trades.
could-
Like if you give me a
Preston.
trade, I'm gonna go look for the fucking floppies. But I'm just saying,
Preston,
like, you know, what?
if I'll give you my Dead World if you'll do 6 Gun Gorilla 9 and 10 back to back. And really says one trade paper. No, I know you're a busy
No,
dude.
we might be
It's
able to do that.
You'll get this anyway, just for being a sexy motherfucker.
We'll see about that. Fucking Dead World. But yeah, dude. I mean, this is a great book. It's just, you know,
That's
like I
amazing.
said, that page count's fucking important. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have a low page count and then try to,
Mhm.
and this is a great, and this is one of those books
Yeah.
where it doesn't matter if it had color or not. Like, I didn't care if it had color. I was like, fucking, this looks gorgeous. You know?
Yeah, that's why I decided to just go way overboard with the 200 page count. I was like, well, throw up 200.
Yeah,
pages.
totally worth it.
See what happens.
Well,
Like,
also, that's gonna, because part of me was kicking myself in the ass because the first thing I released of 6 Gun was issues 1 through 6 as a trade paperback. And I thought afterwards, I was like, dummy, you should have just released, you know, a campaign for issue 1, a campaign for issue 2. But by putting out like a 148 page book, I grabbed the readers.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you just put out one issue, it's not necessarily going to grab your audience. But if you're putting out a 200 pager, guess what? You've got those people.
That's
Yeah, you better
exactly
look at-
what I was aiming
You better
for. when I
read
did it.
this
I
with
was
your
like,
floppy
200
theory
pages,
there.
you can't deny it. And once
Yeah.
I get you, you're going to be hooked on the stories. I know.
There
This
it
is
is.
directed
There
at
it
you,
is.
Brian.
So
Well, for catch up tiers though, or won't
catch up
back.
tears.
That's right.
I'm definitely gonna. Oh, dude, I'm getting the
You can't just
the
put 6
figurine.
Gun 8 out there and be like, all right,
Mhm.
this is 8. Good luck finding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know, right? So, but yeah, I'm just doing floppies from now on because it's too confusing if it's just like, okay, so the trade paperback is 1 through 6, and then 7 is a floppy, and then this is a floppy. It's just like, fuck that. You know?
No, but you know what you should do is do digital. Like, give them the digital issues.
Oh,
until you do
always.
the trade paperback. That way they can
Always.
catch up on.
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
series.
Yeah, and because look, none of us, like, one thing that we all can't stand is that our foreign backers have to pay $25 for shipping,
Yeah.
and we're eventually going to find a way around that. You know, it's not that it's going to be me, but it's going to be somebody like Sim or some of these other cats that are going to figure out, like, you know, making arrangement with people on different continents. You know, it's like, hey, you print my book, I'll print yours, that kind of a thing. We're going to figure that out eventually. We just
Mhm.
have to.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some people here already doing that for like overseas to print out in America. So hopefully, I'm
Yep.
looking for the other side. You know.
Yeah. Because
Well, I
the
remember
more-
Brian like twisting his mustache, being like,
Oh, are you one of them too?
I'm not a
"We're gonna
hipster. I don't have
charge you
enough
very
mustache.
Mhm.
I don't wax my stash. I'm no hipster.
much. We're
Yeah.
gonna charge you
Just wax the
Wow.
butthole.
so much money."
Well, yeah, you want to keep that nice and waxed.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got another prior engagement that's coming up soon. So
You got
Very
a
cool, dude. Your book looks hot like salsa picante flambe.
It
thank
does.
you.
It
Thank
looks
you.
badass.
Yeah.
It really does.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's nice
Campaign.
meeting all you guys. You know.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Preston, for having me, and thank
Oh,
you,
no.
chat, for coming
No
by.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Mhm.
Great.
All right,
Actually,
cool. Yeah.
I kind of went.
Peace
over.
out, dude. Back
You take it
back
easy.
his book, yo.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
So I
back
kick him
all
out?
books.
Should I kick him out or?
Just kick,
No.
kick, I mean,
I'm staying. I'm staying. I changed my mind. I'm staying. Okay. I'll see you guys.
buy
Have
a
a good
picture
one.
for your
Later,
room.
brother.
I swear to God, his name. I swear to God, I thought his name was Queef at first.
Yeah.
Oh
Queef?
God,
I was like,
and that comic looks terrible. I hated having to like pretend all that
This
time.
book looks good. I just
acting
thought his
like
name
I'm
was
all
Queef.
into
I
it.
was,
Get that queen out of here.
I was like,
No,
Queef?
it looks badass. Looks great. It looks very, very.
Well, what I
very
want
freaking
to,
cool.
so Preston and Dojo, are you an artist as well?
No, I'm a writer, and I hire the artists to work on
Okay,
my
so
stuff.
Preston and Butch, for the price that he's selling his book, being an artist at 200 pages at black and white, is that a good decision? Is that a good choice for
Well,
him?
it's
this time?
honestly
20.
like when it comes to like the anime type of books, like the manga books. Like, I don't. This isn't a knock.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but they don't do quality, they do quantity. You know what I'm saying? So they crank those pages out as quickly as possible, but they're not trying to give you a quality story. You know what I'm saying? I want to take that back. They're not trying to give you quality art. They're trying to give you a quality story. But they're trying to take, like, who was it that said, like, they were thinking about doing like an X-Men manga series or something like that, and they sent one book over and they said, well, that book, like 22-page book, is actually like 100 pages manga style or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because they break it down into the bare bones. You know, like if you notice that, like, I mean, those tomes I got are like 3 or 4, like 500 pages or some shit like that, and you could literally get through one of those tomes in like 3 days, 4 days, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
because normally the way manga is printed is in things like Weekly Shonen Jump, so you're just getting like 5 pages a week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 5 or just 10 pages a week, and then they compile those and release some of these like big phone books.
Right. Yeah.
And of course in Japan, everybody reads manga. That's why there's like something for everybody.
Yeah, and if they're talking about the page count and drawing fast, I don't own a single manga anything. I don't have any of that in my.
Well, there's high quality manga out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's not one dude knocking that whole book out. It's a team of motherfuckers like doing that book. You know,
it takes a long ass time.
Yeah, like the Neo Devilman and the Devilman versus Amon book, dude. That shit is fucking that's way past what manga, like a normal manga book, dude. Like that shit is fucking sick. You know, but
project for sure.
Yeah, but it's not like where it says artist. It's a company. Like it's not one guy. You know, so
interesting.
Yes,
interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so it's crazy, dude. Like I honestly like a regular like Junji Ito, his Frankenstein book was fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible.
What you're saying is the way they approach these books is kind of like how they approach video games. Like the whole fucking team, they have a whole team of illustrators, storytellers,
for the good ones,
to produce this one product, and it's not just
one. Not for
it sounds like
an AAA project, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds like kind of like, you know, how you have a team of animators on an animation.
Yeah.
I guess they were like, you know what? How about we have like an animation team, but for like a comic book?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You got to realize like that's the exception to the rule, because normally you get like, you know, shit like a normal like fucking manga book isn't like that. Like it's very bare bones, dude. It's like just knock it out as quickly as possible. Like I said, they knock out maybe 20 pages in a day. Maybe 2 of those pages are good. You know what I'm saying? But the rest, they all get put in a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no quality control when it comes to that. It's like, as long as it gets the story across, it's passable. And the perspective may not be correct, like all the time. And, you know, certain things may, you know, the faces are right, but it's like, it's so quick. It's like, you don't have time to finesse it. I'll put in detail and all that kind of stuff
because they're meant to be read. Because they're meant to be read in a different way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're meant to kind of just blaze through them.
Exactly. Like a 50-page manga, you know, book. I wouldn't buy a 50-page manga book. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, fuck that.
I barely own any manga shit. Like the only reason I got the Berserk stuff because I was like, I seen the animation. Like it took a while for me to get sold on buying the manga of Berserk. You know, like it wasn't just like, oh, I love Berserk. You know? Tell me
that shit's not sweet though. Tell me that shit's not.
It's pretty good, but I got to tell you, like early on, it's not so sweet, dude. Like those first couple of tomes, it's not. It's not like he hasn't arrived yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right. You're totally right. But then you're like, do I really want to jump in later? Which is of course up to you. You know, the Golden Age arc that's been animated twice.
That's why I bought it though, because I loved the animation so much that I was like. I knew there was so much more they were cutting out that's in the books, you know. So I was like, I gotta check the books out, you know. But
But no, the early Berserk is kind of like your standard manga, you know, and to just belted out, you know, very quick. But of course, you know, the guy not only has evolved as a artist, but he has the luxury of being like, "Fuck you," when it'll be done when it's done.
Yeah, this Nefarious is right. Like for 50 pages, like they barely have time to queue up. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're still walking on the trail to get to the.
I remember what book it was that they were going to have manganized, you know, whatever. It was Spider-Man #1. That's Marvel wanted to get Spider-Man #1 made into like done manga style, and they like when they sent it to the publisher in, you know, Japan, like they were like, oh no, this is a 150 page book, you know, like Spider-Man #1, not Spider-Man the first 12 issues. No, Spider-Man #1 was a 150 page book, you know, and they did make that into a manga. Like that is a manga, you can buy it, but what, Brian?
I don't know. I think my camera just crapped out.
I think
Holy
Brian's
shit.
masturbating. Yeah, dude. So yeah, I don't put a lot into manga. Like I'm not a huge manga fan. Like I got some, I just don't have a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
But I dig the way they play with proportions, like force proportions and I like force perspective and stuff like that. And their action sequences, like when like the ones where they actually have a team working on it, dude, that shit is fucking top notch, dude. Like that's what manga's famous for, you know?
Absolutely. The you know, there are a lot of pages that are designed for you just to flip through, but then there are the money shots.
But fuck manga. Let's talk about the Siamese.
And butt dimples. We can't forget the butt dimples.
Butt dimples. Are you planning on doing a manga series based on this?
I am not. But you know, you talked about the catch-up thing just a little while ago, and that reminded me when I was on the stream with the Barton brothers, Corey suggested, and I'm taking this suggestion to heart, my top tier is going to be all 5 of the variants and 1 copy of every comic that Dojo Kun Comics has already published. So there will be all 12 of the books that I've already published too will be in that top tier.
For the Rockabilly Road Trip campaign, like the very first one, I dug out, I had like from the original run back in 2006, I had a bunch of issues, you know, that were sent to me by my partner in New York, you know, the writer, and we offered those as a tier, you know, but it's limited because we never mass produced them. We had maybe less than 1,000 or maybe a little bit more than 1,000 actually printed up. And yeah, you know, like I think we offered those for $100, you know, for that and the current issue, because we revamped the series from the original series, went from 1 to 6. Then that 6th issue was tied into the trade. So the only way you could get a floppy of that 6th issue was there was no floppy made. Like it made the trade into a graphic novel, you know, because it wasn't just reprints of all the other issues. You also had an extra issue that was never printed, like included in the trade. And so yeah, so we did that. And to go ahead, the first issue of the current series was only 24 pages. So to get people to be able to sell that for like $15, I offered a digital copy of the 150 page trade, you know, that way they get all the history of Rockabilly Road Trip, plus they get the newest physical copy of the current issue. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and do stuff like that, especially because people love nostalgia, dude, when it comes to you know, getting a hold of those classic issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
The only problem I see is that you said yours is on Comixology or Indie Planet, right?
Indie Planet, right.
The only problem is that Indie Planet does there's no limit on how many they print, you know? And for a collector's market, like, I mean, I guess you could do like a special cover, you know, and just limit that or something like that, you know. But yeah, I mean, I like the book. I think you got something good here.
Well, yeah, this trade paperback's not going to be available on Indie Planet. Just all of the floppies before are, and going
Oh.
forward, they won't be either. So, this is my first Indiegogo campaign, this collected trade paperback. It's sort of like the jumping on point because these are the first books that I ever published. So I'm hoping it'll get people interested. Right now, so after this 4-issue miniseries, there's another 4-issue miniseries called Deanna Hammer of the Angels, and they flow right from one into the other because it's a connected superhero universe. So the 4-issue Deanna Hammer of the Angels, number 1 is almost done, and that will be coming out as an Indiegogo campaign later.
So all the books under your publishing umbrella are going to tie into each other, with the exception of
There's
Shifters.
just the Shifter is that trilogy of novels. You're right. That's not part of the connected universe. And there's 2 others. There's one called The Mad King, which is a 3-issue miniseries. It's completely painted on the inside. Every panel is a painting. And then The Loved Ones is a fully black and white horror adventure novel or graphic novel that's it's over 100 pages, and basically it's the children of the classic movie heroes. So there's a wolf boy, a witch girl, a vampire boy, and the son of Frankenstein, and their adventure is they go searching for their parents, and
that's cool.
things don't go well.
I dig that, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, we're big monster
Good idea.
lovers here.
Clever.
So at the beginning there's a monster hunter who hunts down a couple vampires and then looks for Mr. Hyde. But he gets word that there's these children there's monsters that are trapping the children or whatever, and then he goes to try to save the children and finds out they are the monsters.
Yeah.
And then from there, the adventure begins.
That sounds great.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, I like that.
That
And
one's
that's an
called
all
The
ages
Loved
book, I'm
Ones.
assuming.
It is.
Good.
Yeah.
We need
It's-
more. We need more all ages books.
That one's called
Nah,
The Loved
I think we
Ones.
need more adult books, dude.
No, I mean,
too
we
many
need
of
more of those too. We need more of those too. But it's, it kind of bums me out. It kind of bums me out that I can't give a copy of Six Gun Gorilla to my neighbor's kids.
I'd do it
Yeah,
anyway.
it'll be all right.
So,
Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's
Brian, what's
F-bombs and-
What is Six going to have in it that's so bad? I mean, I read it doesn't.
It's got the C word in it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of
koala-
gore.
koala
It's PG-13, I would say. I guess it's PG-13. That's how.
So
that's
yeah,
how
I guess Brian. So before you give The Loved Ones to any kids, give it a look through. There's some violence. So
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Honestly, in the modern day, I don't think gore is a big factor for.
In America, we don't have a problem with gore. We love violence, but nudity, sex—that's what we're.
That's where
In Europe, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I would never give my kid a
Course.
Tim Vigil book or a heavy metal book, magazine, because
Well, I mean, age appropriate. Age appropriate. I'd be like, you know what? Like he's reaching puberty. Yeah, I mean, because the first issue of heavy metal that I read was bought for me by my mother when I was about
Yeah, it's such
10
a cool
or
mom.
11 years
swear to God.
old. And it, tainted me for life. But she looked at the cover and it was like, it's like, oh, Brian likes the fantasy stuff and Conan and that sort of a thing. It's like, okay, here you go. And then when she saw what was inside of it, she was like, oh, I don't know if I should have bought that for you or not.
Oh, she checked it out after she bought it for you and you read it? She's
Yeah,
like,
and when I was reading it, right next to her on the plane, when I was a kid, yeah. But the thing is that she comes from a culture where it's like everybody loves tits.
Yeah, well,
If you look at because I remember going to Germany and coming back with a stack of comics and magazines and shit, and I brought some of the news magazines like Der Spiegel into or Stern, their version of Time, into study hall and was showing it to my friends, and they were like you brought in a nudie mag, because there's topless women on the cover, and you flip through it and it's Time. Or Newsweek, it's just their just attitude is just hey, everybody likes tits. It's they're kind of funky like that.
we used to play D&D a lot when I was a kid.
Saved my life, man. Saved my life.
Yeah,
I
but
would not have
the problem was
gotten through
once my
junior high
mom
without
found out it was the birth of the Satanic Panic. You remember that? She was like, "You worshiping Satan," because you would draw your characters out and stuff like that. It was crazy. Dude.
And 60 Minutes, man, 60 Minutes. Those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they fucking tainted the
motherfuckers,
waters
man.
there, boy.
What they had an episode where they explored the issue and basically came to the conclusion and told the audience, Dungeons and Dragons causes teen suicide.
Well, that was around the time
those
when Oz put out
motherfuckers,
Suicide Solution, and somebody wanted his fans kill themselves, and then you listen to the lyrics, Suicide Solution. It wasn't about, hey, go commit suicide. It was
it's about self-destructive behavior. It's about suicide on the installment plan with drugs and alcohol, which is something I could relate to. I've been there.
May I point out? Do you know who Christopher Wallace is on Fox News? The guy.
He's the son of Mike Wallace.
His father started 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
His father also worked for the CIA. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Anderson Cooper. He's a Vanderbilt. Also.
He's a Vanderbilt.
CIA.
Right,
Oh, there's CIA all up in like cable news. Don't even get me started. What were we talking about?
Satanic
Let me
Panic.
get y'all some Kool-Aid.
Oh, the Satanic Panic. Yeah, that's such bullshit.
crazy.
I always thought they wanted to shut that shit down because it was encouraging independent thought and imagination. It's like, no, you play football.
Well, there's a documentary. I think it's on. Is it Netflix or is it Prime? Something like that. But it's Hail Satan. With a question mark.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I told you my home skillet Charles lives in Salem, Massachusetts, like right across the street from those.
Well,
people.
the guy who actually headed that up, like he was part, like his parents and all them were, he grew up during the Satanic Panic, and he was. That's one of the main reasons why he started, because it was like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. These people are fucking.
Well, they're coming after your shit. Yeah. And they did it successfully too, because Dungeons and Dragons only just now became mainstream because of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
but it died off for a while. It stayed underground, and so they couldn't kill it completely. But
I don't think they ever could, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like what they say about heavy metal music. What they say about heavy metal music is that it never really goes away. It just goes underground and it pokes its head up and causes a bunch of shit. And then goes
Yeah. People are always trying to like ban and look, censorship. We've seen it from the right. We're seeing it from the left. It's just that Americans don't trust art. They're suspicious of it. They're suspicious of it.
Stop watching the news.
No, seriously, man. It's like they don't trust the power that art has over the human mind and the human heart.
I think entertainment now is more expressive than ever before. Everybody from every
because now anybody can.
And people. We were just talking about the pentagram and the Satan perspective. Like they're able to get that on TV now.
Yeah.
And it's a multi-billion-dollar business, just like the Wiccan religion is I wouldn't say billion, it's a tens of $million business created by the British in the fucking 60s and the 50s.
Yeah.
You can make you can make good money, just like what's that religion here in America? The
Scientology.
Scientology.
Catholics? No.
Scientology. They just made that shit up with a bunch of fucking.
I am a religious dude who will tell you that like organized religion is a fucking racket. But I'm sorry, you were saying money.
Well. They meant well, but meaning well never turns out into a good thing 1,000 years after you meant well.
No, the SJW. It's like with the SJWs. They really think that they're in the right, like censoring people now and canceling people, and they really think that they're changing the world for the good. Problem is like I posted that quote by C.S. Lewis where he's like, there's nobody worse than these moral busybodies when it comes to messing with your life, because they're backed up by their conscience.
Well, what I'll also say is
they really do think that they're like knights.
Well, it's the minority mindset is not as large as it is, and the media makes it seems like that it is bigger than it is when it is not. Like we were talking about the mask thing earlier. Alabama has been clearly I'm not fucking Southern, but Alabama has been normal this whole time. I mean, there's been people wearing masks, but it's never been that crazy stupid shit that you see on the fucking news. It's never been like that, and it's like that elsewhere, and the media likes to pretend like there's more people being crazy and ridiculous than there really is.
Oh yeah,
so
that's their job, is to fuck with your
into
perceptions.
Yeah, well, if you were to break it down into a
Gaslight
percentage base mean, it's negligible. It's completely negligible. I don't know how we got on this topic. Kool-Aid, 909 people. My name is Jim Jones.
They're not coming for your guns. Don't worry. They're not coming for your guns.
I think it's digital Kool-Aid nowadays that people are drinking.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. It's insane. Everybody's
Twitter
not
is that digital
insane.
Kool-Aid.
I honestly think.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. You got people who do not go outside. They are not active. They do not sleep right, and they do not eat right. And they are controlling Reddit moderations. They're controlling YouTube moderations. Like, they're literally. We are being monitored by people who you would not give a job to at fucking McDonald's.
It's totally true.
That's what it is. And
that's totally true.
Yeah,
I can see that.
That's totally true. They're
nice.
They're very mediocre people.
It's been nice having a show because I know those people are watching from YouTube. They're gonna
let them know you're number one.
Yeah,
well, I think they watch the bigger people. You guys know that they don't.
I noticed how we went up 6.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about what we're doing is that it's very punk rock. You know, it's very DIY. It's cutting out the middleman. It's creating a direct relationship between the creator, the artist, the writer, and our audience. Like they have access.
There's a thing like a lot of older people want to come out and they want to say the internet's the worst thing that ever happened. And I think they said the same thing about the train when the train was invented.
Right.
Like,
right. Oh, well, the horseless carriage for sure. They're kind of right about that.
When I meant to go 30 miles per hour. To go 30 miles per hour, God would have intended them to go 30.
What's the first horror movie ever made, Brian? Do you know the answer to that?
The first horror movie ever made?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it would be Thomas Edison's Frankenstein. But the tone of that is intentionally not horror. It's intentionally made like they downplayed the horror elements and made it more of a little wistful sort of fantasy.
I think you may have taken him too seriously.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they were. Well, you have to understand that Frankenstein at that time was still a controversial work, and that even putting those ideas on the screen were potentially blasphemous. So they were really careful.
Was that the one you meant, Matt?
I'm sorry.
Well, there was that, but there was actually another horror movie I heard of. It was these brothers that made one of the first motion pictures, and technically classified it. They filmed a train, and the train was coming at the screen, and everybody in the audience thought it was an actual train coming at them.
So
they ran out of the theater. So technically, that was the first horror movie.
The first jump scare.
Yeah,
but there's no story there.
Yeah, there's no story.
That is funny.
Yeah,
See, Brian, I knew you took him too seriously when he asked that question. I knew he was coming.
I know, but I'm like that. I get that. Like, let's just say I'm passionate about horror.
I heard that. Like the rumor goes that 3 seconds after they created like moving pictures, they created the first porno.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All technology is driven by smut. It's totally true. The VCR. When I got my first VCR as a kid, and I was psyched. Because they were expensive at the time, and they were huge and clunky.
Single tape.
And it was basically a machine that allowed you to watch pornography in your home. That's how it proliferated. It started out as like a collector's thing, and then when it got big and VCRs were suddenly in every house, it was a machine that allowed you to watch pornography in your home. Drove the
Generously
internet in
on the
its early days too. Smut. It's totally true, man. It's crazy, man.
That is crazy. Like
But it's nothing new.
like
Have
when
you
they,
ever seen Pompeii?
well, when
Like
they,
the shit that they
nothing
dug
but
up in
dicks and
Pompeii made like the Victorians, like archaeologists, fucking blush. They hid that shit.
really,
They didn't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, Pompeii is
We're
a
talking
sex
about like
city.
frescoes, these beautiful, what are they called? Mosaics and frescoes, like of like people doing the
Well,
nasty.
That was
What's
the
really funny
masturbation
is
room.
that
You were in the masturbation room. That's what that
in
was.
most of
Yes!
the Roman
Yes.
in most of the Roman cities, you know, because you had stones where you could, you know, you didn't have spray paint back then, so you had stones that you would, you know, carve the stone. It would make a orange or a gray color. Most of the graffiti in all of the Roman towns were dicks. So in most
Yes.
in most
Yes.
of all major Roman cities, the most egregious or the most graffitied item ever produced in all of history was the proliferation of dick graffiti.
Now, yeah, but here's
Oh,
the thing.
it's
Like with the
totally
Romans and the
true.
Greeks, they like I don't think there was any separation. Like it was like it didn't
Nah,
matter if you were
yeah,
male
well,
or
the Romans
female. Like
jacked
they
they didn't
banged
care.
everybody, dude. The only thing
Yeah,
that
they
was
didn't
off
care.
limits were animals, right? I mean,
Yep.
animals
Yes,
and
that's
kids. Like,
totally right.
I don't even think kids were off limits.
Well, one of the
Oh.
you know what's so funny about that? One of the main reasons that the Romans had problems with the quote unquote heathens or pagans is because back in the day, when the horse cult started to rise and it made it from the Yamnaya culture to the Bell-Beaker culture all the way to the Britons, to be one of the main cult leaders, you had to fuck a horse. That was, yes,
I don't want to
and,
leave. I'm out.
and-
I'm out. I'll be
and the
I'm
the
gonna be-
Romans were like,
See ya.
Who's
Romans
gonna
were like,
fuck
"We
this
don't like
beautiful
this."
mare?
yeah.
I'm out.
And it basically came from the Germans, and it went all the way over.
Fucking
And,
German.
Oh, don't blame
Big
that on my
surprise
people.
there.
Don't blame that on
And the
my
Romans-
people.
and the Romans and the
Oh,
Greeks were like, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you know what?
Um,
The horse cult just doesn't feel right. It's just
Yeah, like we don't want to do that no more.
Are you
And,
calling my ancestors the barbarians, the Visigoths? Are you calling them like
Dude, I gotta
well, the
tell you, like,
Visigoths-
donkey
The
diddlers?
Visigoths didn't do this. This is way before that. The
I've
Visigoths
seen
did not
enough
do this.
German porn to know that that's true.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, my people are very perverted.
Like they like
basically
peel over
invented
everything.
dating.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you. and
They
then I'm
made
gonna
it past
peel over.
the Alps.
All
They-
that
they
B and D
passed
and
out.
S&M shit, for instance, that all comes from like 1920s
from the
Weimar
Germans.
Berlin.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Germans, man.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is up with the Germans? Like,
They're gross.
dude.
No, it's just like they don't feel shame about the body or sex. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Horse cult.
that's not what I'm talking about.
You're talking
That's
about
not what
like
I'm
the
talking
Scheisse movies and that sort of a thing.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about humbling people by peeing on them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah,
Even
well,
on
here's the thing. But here's the thing. Their people kind of own their kinks. It's not that there aren't the Americans and the rest of the world aren't just as perverted. They are. They're just not as open about it.
Yeah, I know. I know that, right? I know there's people who like poop or pee or
People are into wacky shit. Some people are just fucking freaky, man.
that's crazy.
I try.
dude. Like,
I
heard the guy like
I try not
McAfee,
to judge.
like the dude who created the McAfee antivirus shit. Like
Yeah,
that
he
dude
just
is
got arrested.
heavy into like poop. Yeah,
Yeah, he got
oh.
arrested, man. They indicted his ass.
Yeah,
John
because
McAfee.
he would get like hookers and shit, and the hooker he'd be like,
Mhm.
"Okay, poop on me," and they're like,
Oh my god.
You know what? He's super
Yeah.
Catholic.
Oh well. Yeah, but well, I
Brian?
mean, I'm not Catholic.
Just saying.
I was raised Lutheran, bro.
Luther.
Oh,
okay,
You're
good.
still German, you bastard.
I know. Quite. But yeah. How did we get on this subject?
He likes the horses.
This is a normal show, dude. Just
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'm not
Right now-
feeling it. I'm not feeling
right
any
now-
pain right now.
Dojo Kun is thinking, "What the fuck?"
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
I didn't sign
That's
up
why
for
I just exactly. I'm just like, oh, that
Don't
poor
advertise
man.
my book. Yeah, we're
That
not
poor
advertising.
man had no idea what he was walking into. It's like
This guys.
This is the CG locker room.
Hey Brian, you're launching the new 6 gun pretty soon.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm waiting for a Butch Cleaver children's book. Is what I'm waiting for.
Maybe in 20 years.
Yeah, are you
Cleaver goes to
are you
preschool.
gonna do another? Are you working on another Butch Cleaver?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. I just launched the mailing list, and I got a teaser up too.
I like your art, man. I like your art, and I think that you're going to be one of those dudes that we see evolve. You know, like Carla Torliani. She's one of those artists you see getting better. My God, my man Preston, and he's taking it to the next level. Sim is getting way better. It's an exciting time to be part of this scene, and I think our backers are enjoying that too. That's the great thing. Also,
And
what was
nobody
that?
poops on each other.
And nobody poops on each other. Not well.
There's skeletons and it can't.
If it's consensual, you can't tell people what can't tell people what not to do. But
We're
yeah.
still
I
trying
don't
to figure out who's
understand
going to
some
be
shit.
part of this horse cult. Who's going to lead the horse cult?
It's gonna be me.
Apparently, it's the British.
My money's on J
Queen
Money.
Elizabeth.
Actually, I think J Money's going.
Fuck that! I ain't got no horses.
Oh God.
I only got
Oh shit! Get away!
Debased, man.
donkey.
Do you want a donkey show?
Oh,
No,
yeah, dude.
I
Male
ain't
or
going to
female?
Mexico.
Oh God. Eesh. Oh.
I've always heard about that, but I never thought it was a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you think to yourself, like, that's got to be an urban myth. But that's the thing. Things can start out as urban myths, and then then it's just like once the idea's out there.
And you get a
then
couple
it
of dudes from
becomes real.
Jackass, and a couple of dudes from Jackass are like, "Hey, you remember that myth?"
Yup.
What was that? Jay
Oh.
and Silent Bob movie.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
wrote a porno or something like that.
That dude that did
Zach and Miri
the
making
show?
porno. Yeah.
Donkey.
I actually really enjoyed that movie.
Well, no, what was it? Was Clerks, wasn't
Donkey
it?
one.
Wasn't it Clerks where they had the
Clerks
donkey
2.
show?
Clerks 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Clerks
dude
2.
that was
Yeah.
the dude that came in with the donkey. Like I was on a movie set with him. Like he was the director of Supercon. I'm not lying, dude. Like he was the director of Supercon, and I didn't realize like that was the dude from the donkey show.
He's a donkey fucker.
Oh, that's too funny.
Got the donkey book.
Oh
That was
shit!
crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
Clerks
man.
12. I do not want to see Clerks 12 with the way He-Man
Oh.
has been acting here. This dude is doing our He-Man.
Oh man, how hot is
that been released?
Rosario Dawson in that movie? God damn.
What one? Yeah.
Rosario Dawson? Oh man, a culo. I've heard she's really cool too. Like I know people have met her and say that she's
Have
like,
they? Did they
No.
release any of the He-Man episodes yet, or is it?
Not yet. No.
oh, is it a new animated series?
Yeah,
What's his name? With,
they're doing two of them, right?
Bob-
Like,
the Silent Bob.
Smith's doing it. Yeah.
They should do a live action, but
No,
Well,
no,
they're doing animated, just like how they did Voltron. You know how they did Voltron?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
We're gonna do the same style of He-Man
Well, did you
and
see the
Silent
toys?
Bob.
The toys for the new He-Man series?
Are they out?
Yeah, check out Evil
Bring
Lynn.
them up. Bring them up. Bring
'Cause
them
Oh,
up.
that
no.
dude.
oh
looks
no, she's gonna be like fully dressed. She's gonna be wearing a burqa,
fully
right?
dressed, dude. It's a dude. It's a dude. That
Oh
Let me
no.
look it
Well,
up.
Kevin Smith, when he watched the final episode of WandaVision, he took a picture of himself crying. My little 6-year-old does that with her iPad.
I
She
can't
has-
Dude,
blame him
dude.
too much on that because Kevin Smith's he's at that age where he
Yeah,
needs to have
his balls are
testosterone,
shrinking.
but
Yes,
he can't have testosterone because he has a heart condition. You see what I'm saying?
he can't
Yeah.
get TRT
So-
shot.
You can't
Yeah.
get those shots, dude, because it fucks with your heart. Yeah.
Oh my
He had
gosh.
a type of heart attack that's known as the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Right? It's called that for a
Yeah.
fucking reason. It's self-explanatory.
And he can
He
still talk.
survived that shit. So I think that's why he's always, whatever comes out, he gives it a
He's
4-star
so over
review.
dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
still don't like him.
he came like that close to I've been around. Death will of yourself certainly, or of a loved one. It changes your perspectives in a
Well, when you don't have
in a profound
testosterone flowing
way.
through your system, you get very emotional.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
One of my old employees, I actually paid for his testosterone shots for a while. It was
No shit.
$500. Yeah, it was $500. A cycle? No, it was 500. So $500, you got 3 or 4 shots. So that was a quarter of a month. So it was about $2,000 a year for testosterone shots. So he got TRT, testosterone replacement therapy.
That's
But
a
what
lot of money,
happened is,
dude. Like, I don't pay that much for.
Well, what happened is he started smoking cigarettes, and then he got a job. He got a second job delivering magazines to certain places at Birmingham and all that. And he got around all of those veterans and all those motherfuckers. So he's taking cholesterol medicine. He started smoking cigarettes again.
Oh
That's
no!
fucking stupid, dude. What is
So
wrong with
when you do TRT, you have to cycle off with post-cycle-therapy. And I've bought things before and injected myself, and I've gone through post-cycle-therapy, which is a little pill, which you cannot stay on steroids for a long period of time because you'll start to have side effects. So you have to PCT off, which is post-cycle-therapy. So
testosterone's not steroids, though, right?
No, testosterone is testosterone. So TRT is pharmaceutical grade from insurance. He was getting TRT. He was getting like 30 or 60 milligram shots. And he got to take like a bag home with these shots in them. And he was supposed to keep. So that's how these motherfuckers sell these needles. Because one of my
this is Evil Lynn.
That makes sense.
Right here.
Hold on.
See this dude right here? That's Evil Lynn.
That's Evil Lynn, all right.
What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here! Looks like
you can change the heads out. Like, here's the other head right here.
And he has a purse.
Yeah, he has a purse. Like, that's Evil Lynn, because the other version of Evil Lynn was too sexy.
Obviously, yeah, no shit. And meanwhile, look at He-Man. He's like rocking a fucking breechcloth and like fur boots and nothing
beer
else.
gut. He's got a little beer gut.
Does he?
A little bit of man bod going on here, like right up in that area. We don't want to make our heroes too perfect, Brian. Like,
but the Battle Cat looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Do you notice
then
that?
We got Skeletor. They made sure to give He-Man and Skeletor love handles for some odd reason. It's crazy. But, maybe they are going, you know what? We're changing everything to make it more body positive for girls and women, so let's start doing that for the boys, and maybe that'll make them less toxically masculine. I could actually deal with Skeletor and He-Man the way they are, but Evil Lynn,
his head looks kind of tiny. Oh, did they make him a pinhead?
But Evil Lynn, that's
I know. Yeah, dude, are you surprised?
Evil Glenn.
Evil Glenn.
A cousin named Lynn. He lives in Hawaii.
Oh man.
It tripped me out, dude.
They got to shit on everything. They're gonna take a big shit on everything you love.
But if this is a preview of what the animation's going to be like the character designs for the animation, I don't know if I could be on board with that. You know, like I just don't think.
Well,
so.
You know, you'll see. I mean, I wasn't expecting that much from the Castlevania animation, and that's awesome. So, you know, we'll see when it comes out.
Yeah, but they never took the sexy out of
Yes.
What?
Yeah. The OG He-Man live action. Do y'all like that?
No.
Yes.
Oh God, it's such a mess.
I love the Skeletor.
Well,
Franklin Jayla, he made the movie.
It would have been cool if they would have not named it.
Whoever that makeup artist was, fucking.
Up until like last week, it was the best Jack Kirby Fourth World movie. Do you know what I'm saying? It had if it had stayed in Eternia, it could have been fun. Yeah. But it's just.
But it went back to America.
Yeah, for budget, but for budget reasons.
Was it budget reasons why they never used any of the characters besides He-Man and Skeletor in the movie?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, so I
just know that
there's
the
actually-
director was like said that like the producers were like fucking with
Yeah,
it as he
there's
was
a
making the
document.
movie.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a documentary about it, about the
That happens.
Hasbro was so fucking strict. They had to be like, they had to make a live action movie be rated G, but pretend to be PG.
Oh yeah,
Is a
yeah,
simple-
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, but
Yeah.
that doesn't. But I get that. I get that they wanted it to be like kind of all ages. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
That's fine. You can do that.
but they never used. They could have used Beastman instead of that fucked up character
I
they used in
know.
there, or they
Dude,
could have
the
used.
fucking
And that
the
Snake
ball on his
Man.
arm.
Yeah, and
Blade.
the Blade.
Blade.
Yeah, Blade.
Blade,
yeah,
dude,
Blade.
I love that shit.
And the
I do
fight
love that
scenes are
movie.
Listen, man.
horrible. The
It's a
fight scenes
horrible
are
movie, but
horrible. And,
Part of
and
my
I don't,
childhood.
yeah, and that's okay. You know, I understand for some people it's a nostalgia thing, and so
I love
that's
the laser fight when he gets the net. He's like, ah, you know,
The
it's
fight at
Drew-
the end too.
On the Drew
a
Struzan,
terrible movie.
Drew
Yeah,
Struzan documentary,
Where they're in the
they
desert.
mentioned the Masters of the Universe movie poster because they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, a great movie poster always means it's going to be a good movie, right?
right, right. Preston, have you seen the Zack Snyder cut yet?
I did,
Have you-
dude. I fucking liked it. I thought it was awesome.
So,
It's just,
dude,
the Flash was so fucking creepy, though, dude. I mean, he kept doing these.
Yeah, everybody was
movies.
saying that. Why do
I thought
you?
he was on X. Like it didn't it seem like he
here's
was
the-
on X because he was.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Okay.
Then
Yeah,
he was
well,
ice
dude.
skating through there. He was like, I was like,
Yeah,
what is
the
this
Flash looks
bullshit,
kind of
dude?
funky. I know. It was an attempt to like make his power visually interesting,
Yeah,
and
they
it
did that in the
succeed-
TV show.
Yeah,
the TV show
exactly.
was great. Why couldn't they do
Yeah,
it
right.
again?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That
But and here's
predated the movie.
yes. Yeah, I know. Look, there's a bunch of things that are wrong with that movie, right? For one thing, it could be at least an hour shorter. If
no,
they
no,
just
the Snyder Cut was great.
all
I
the
love
fucking
Snyder Cut.
slow-mo, the pacing, I'm saying, the pacing was all fucked up. But here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know, dude. Like I still dig it. Like I could have went
I-
another
dude,
hour.
I-
I think I could have went another hour. You know what I'm saying? But it's just
Dude.
the Flash was super creepy, especially when he was sticking hot dogs in his pocket while he's playing with the chick. You know, I was like, what
a little
the
weird,
fuck is this, dude?
It's a
But here's the thing.
Is he going to fondle her next or something?
Yeah,
like that? was
If
like,
I told you,
Uh,
if I told you when you were like, I don't know, like 14, 15 years old, that you, when you grew up, you were going to see a huge budget Jack Kirby fucking fourth world movie with fucking Darkseid, fucking Granny Goodness up in that bitch.
I did. I caught the
Boom
Granny Goodness.
tubes,
Yeah.
fucking parademons all over the place.
Yeah.
You have to be a real grump not
I
to
even-
fucking
I even
like
dug-
enjoy that shit.
I didn't really mind the way they brought Superman back either.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was
Or
fine.
that they made it seem like he was going to be permanently in the black costume. Like there was never going to
Right.
be blue and
Right.
like red anymore. And I was even cool with that. But I was like, you know, and Darkseid was fucking great, dude.
Awesome.
Darkseid.
That-
And when they
the
had the
Right, too, the
flashback,
armor.
where, yeah, when he took that
Dude.
fucking axe to the shoulder, I was like,
Yes.
fuck, dude. I was
yeah, like
what is
deflects it and
this?
breaks it off. Like as a
Yeah,
defense
that was
mechanism.
awesome. And then
Awesome.
the way they did Steppenwolf, like the new version of Steppenwolf,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the old one. I was like,
Yeah.
that looked like a Kirby villain. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Like the way
Yes.
he moved, like the muscles, all that shit was
Yes.
Kirby-esque. Yeah.
Yeah. Fourth world all up in that bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
you know? Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I
this is
liked it.
fucking
I
great.
thought there'd be. I was hoping like really stupid, but for me, I just wanted more fighting with Batman.
Oh yeah. No. I like
They didn't
Batfleck.
have any though. They
Dude,
didn't have any
after
though.
seeing
I
that,
know.
I was like, because you remember how they were all in the first movie, they were all standing outside, and Superman comes up and they're like, and Aquaman's like, what did he say? He was like, something's wrong. Oh, he's gonna snap or whatever. Fucking, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Why is he saying that, dude? Why is he being a little bitch?
Right. Yeah.
But in this
it's so
one-
much better.
he
Their
wasn't
movie.
a bitch, you know. And I could see why Ray Fisher was bitching, you know.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh my
bro.
god.
dude,
oh,
because
for
that
sure. I
whole
would've done the
movie
same
was
thing.
a cyborg movie. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? He was
He was
good.
the key.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I could see why he bitched.
I
and
enjoyed
he
the hell
was
out of
great,
it.
you know. But I was
Yeah.
like, but he just went about it the wrong way, you know. Like
yeah, he
just,
did. He sounded like a little bitch.
Yeah, he
did
tried.
really,
he
yeah.
started doing
That's
a
how he came
cancel woke shit to kind of
Yeah.
release the Snyder
Yeah.
cut, and I was like,
That
dude,
was
you
stupid.
just blackballed yourself, dude.
I
Like,
know. Who wants to work with
You're already
somebody
getting it
that's
anyway.
gonna be
Why are you
that
gonna open your mouth?
problematic?
Yeah,
They were gonna make
But-
the movie, and you started running his mouth again. Like, dude, you had
Yep.
no reason to even open your fucking mouth. Like,
Well,
the movie's
exactly.
getting made,
but I
dude.
kind of
Yeah.
see. But this was before they were going to release the Snyder cut. You see what I'm saying? Like I can see like he was like that whole movie was about me, and now they cut it to like I'm just a walk on. You know what I'm saying?
It's because I'm a black man. That was his problem.
that was the worst possible thing he could have did, dude. That
Yeah,
was the
because it
worst
clearly
thing.
was not what was going on there.
No, it was
You
all
know?
because they were fucking bumbling morons. Is what
Well, because they tried to take a 4-hour movie and make it like a 2-hour movie.
you know, I
And-
was cool
Well,
with a
see-
4-hour movie though,
And I
Like,
enjoyed it too. I enjoyed
Well, the
I
CEO
enjoyed the theatrical version. I actually thought the theatrical version was fun.
I
But
didn't.
but
I thought it was fucking
this is
horrible.
like this was just like I thought it was okay. I thought it was you know, it was
There
alright.
You have very low.
There was rules set up inside of DC that the movie could movies that they do in the cinematic universe could not be over 2 hours long. So they were trying to create this giant universe in films that were under 2 hours.
Well,
They
you
should
know
have
what?
broken it into parts.
Well,
is
here's
what they
the
should have
thing.
done.
Like Zack Snyder, he was. They wanted him to rival the Marvel movies, like the Avengers, right? But they want to
Exactly.
do it in 2 movies, where the Avengers
Exactly.
was brought over
16.
4 or
Yeah.
5 movies,
Yeah.
right?
Because
So he
yeah.
did it, but he did it the only way he could do it, which is a 4-hour movie, you know, and broke it up into acts. You know, and I was like,
yes.
and after seeing that, I was like, this makes sense. Like,
Yeah, you get the backgrounds on all of those new characters.
yeah, like it. And then the Martian Manhunter, dude, I freaked out. I
Oh,
was like,
dude.
oh shit! I was
Dude.
like, Manhunter.
That was
Dude,
from the first
that
movie
fucking-
from the general. From
Yeah,
Man of Steel, you
That
know?
dude, right?
Yeah, from Man of Steel.
John Jones up in that bitch, man.
I was,
like,
dude,
I was like,
lost it.
what?
I was like, no way.
Yeah,
was like,
I know.
fucking-
That's the thing. It brought out the child in me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I felt
You
did a
I
really
felt like
good
a
job, dude.
15-year-old boy watching that movie, and that's praise.
And the detail he put into the details, like he fought for to get into that. Like he was like, I'm not releasing the Snyder cut unless you guys do Steppenwolf the way I wanted Steppenwolf to be.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
For me, he made
Yeah,
the
the
movie.
special
It was
effects were much
Steppenwolf,
better.
you know? He was my favorite character in there. Was Steppenwolf.
Me too,
Very
dude. I
good.
was
He was
like,
just fucking
Steppenwolf
metal,
is
dude.
fucking awesome. Yeah,
It
like,
Yeah, I
sucks too.
love
We're
that.
not going
I
to get
love
any
his
more
armor.
either.
And the
Every
fucking
DC's not
crawling
gonna make any
spider?
more.
Yes.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
No, they're not. They're saying that was the last one, and they're not going to make
Yeah,
any more.
because of
They
toxic
couldn't even
fans.
make that movie. They couldn't even make that movie the same way now. Like it
see,
was
we'll
crazy
see.
that they even made it because
Yeah.
it goes against the way the culture is now. You know what I mean? 'Cause that movie is like
Absolutely.
a
You
straight
gotta
up
remember,
old school. Like
18
Where's the woke shit? Where's the woke
Well,
shit? You
hold
can
on,
tell
18
it's from like years ago. That's the
4 years
thing.
ago.
You can tell
Yeah.
that it's like from 4 years ago
4 years
because it
ago.
doesn't have all that woke shit in
Well,
it.
no,
Yeah,
4
so
years
they
ago, the
can't-
woke shit was just starting to get its.
So we'll see
It's
with the
momentum
Batman. We'll
going.
see with Pattinson. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
And
up
you
with
got-
that.
What I heard,
Yeah.
that thing's already a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear that a lot about movies that end up being
No,
great.
Pattinson's
so.
is sabotaging the whole movie, from what I'm
Mhm.
hearing. Yeah.
Well, wasn't he fucking Catwoman? Didn't he like knock her up?
I heard he
There's
impregnated
supposed to
her
be a
on the
movie.
Batmobile.
There's supposed to be a
Yeah.
vid out there of him banging her
I
on
would
the
impregnate
Batmobile.
a Kravitz. though. I mean,
Oh,
it's
come
serious.
on.
Dude. And yeah, like
Really?
she still
They
had
They didn't
That's
save
really
it for the trailer.
no, like
They couldn't just like go like because they have trailers like when they're making movies, right?
check.
And they're
Brian.
posh as fuck. Couldn't they go in the trailer? You have to fuck her in the Batcave
I don't know, but Brian,
Mobile.
on the
pretty sure if you go
Batmobile.
on-
Yeah,
you
that's
check
what
your
they said.
Pornhub account, you're gonna find that vid out there.
oh,
Well,
oh.
tell me, if you're a male actor, wouldn't you want to get Lenny Kravitz's daughter pregnant?
Well, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it on the Batmobile. I wouldn't do it in the
I would do it on
Batcave.
the Batmobile. I would do it on the Batcave.
Isn't it?
There-
Is that-
yeah, you know what? That is sort of a boss
fucking
move.
Batman.
Yeah, that. You know that could be an indication that Robert Pattinson is really cool and
Let me
gives
introduce you
zero
to Batmite.
fucks.
Yeah, he don't care
Yeah.
about like I you know. That's
Here's
I'm
my
banging
don't
that
get
videos
Travis
he has
Pastrana on the
recorded.
Batmobile. Yeah,
well,
fuck
dude.
yeah.
I heard that he wasn't even the director's choice. It was Nicholas Hoult. The studio picked him because of the Twilight. No, they knew him, but they picked the
I
guy
don't
that
like
played.
the costume. Like I seen him in costume, and I was like,
No, I don't like the
don't know,
costume
I
because it
can
looks
get
like
around
we
it.
made it. It looks
He's a
worse
good
than
actor.
cosplayers do. He's decent.
He's a
yeah.
good actor. He's great in all the David Cronenberg movies. He has the jawline.
But is he a
He does.
fan of the series?
He's a
You know what I'm
bitch.
saying?
I don't
Is
think
he
he
a
is. I
comic
don't think he
geek?
is.
You know,
But
because
you don't have to be a fan to like. Oh, you just need a
it
good
helps,
actor.
dude. It helps.
It helps.
Like,
It helps.
I mean,
If-
Deadpool
if
was
they feel
success
like-
because Ryan Reynolds was a fan. The new Deadpool is going to be woke as fuck. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, because
but-
remember they said they're still using Fox, so it's still going to be rated R.
Right.
yeah, but
Disney said they're still using Fox, so it's going to
They-
be rated R.
from what I understand, they fired the original writers and hired on a
Yes,
bunch of
they
woke writers, you know, to the new Deadpool. And Ryan Reynolds, like, he
He's
lost the
Canadian.
battle, dude. He fucking lost the battle. He's like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, like,
Probably
he's-
under contract too. You know.
yeah. So he's got to do another
Boo-hoo,
movie.
he's only gonna get paid what, like $50 million?
But you got to
Yeah,
realize, like,
yeah.
that last
Yeah.
Deadpool movie, like, he fought his ass off to get
I
that
didn't
movie
watch
made
it.
the way it was supposed to be made, you know? So,
Yeah, the first one was solid, dude.
I saw
Yeah.
that the first one was really good, but well, how was the second one? I haven't.
the second one was great. I liked it,
Yeah.
but
Second
he
one
had to
was
fight his
better.
ass off to go ahead and get
I
that
liked the
movie
first
made
one
the
way
way he
more.
wanted.
The Juggernaut and the Colossus scene.
Yeah, that was
like when
tight.
he rips Deadpool in half and he like
Yeah,
throws him
that was
down.
my favorite part.
Whoa,
But the
there-
first one,
I
I
didn't
don't
know
know.
that. There's a Juggernaut
Yeah,
versus
and then like he
Colossus
grows
scene?
child legs and they
I like
make
Cable
child
too. Cable was
inappropriate.
It was tight.
scenes.
I forgot about that.
It's-
Yeah, Josh Brolin was bad in there.
Josh
So you would
Brolin.
say
I
Brolin
love
was good
Josh
as fuck.
Brolin. He's a badass actor.
So
dude.
you would
he should
say-
have been bigger. He should have been bigger, but
Yeah.
he did a badass.
So you would recommend
Yeah,
it. You would
um,
say that it's
oh, yeah,
worth
fuck
it's
yeah.
worth checking out.
It
Okay.
was,
Best
but like I
Juggernaut
said,
ever.
You gotta buy it. I haven't
That
bought it
was
yet. You gotta buy it.
Perfect Juggernaut.
Ryan
Yeah, Juggernaut
Reynolds
was
Oh,
Juggernaut.
fuck.
fought
Oh,
the,
I love
fought the
God.
director on that movie because he was like, the director wanted to go a whole different way, and he's like, no, we're doing Deadpool the way Deadpool's
Yeah.
supposed to be done, you know.
Yeah.
And
Don't mess with
But-
success.
but here's the deal: like this last movie, I think he just gave up the fight. I guess he figured he got 2 successful movies out of it, so.
Yeah,
know?
everything's
You got a cell phone company, dude.
Oh, and this fucking shit right
That's-
here,
yeah,
dude.
there you go.
I am not on board with any of this. I'm not.
No,
I'm not
I-
watching.
Horrible.
like-
I don't like Waititi.
I'm,
The
I'm-
Waititi.
He can,
I
he can
wanna
eat a
see
forest of
Morbius
dicks.
movie. If they do make the Morbius movie, I want to see it. But
Yes.
I'm passing on that.
Eternals,
So-
fucking
Oh, the
Love and
Eternals
Thunder,
looks
all that shit. I mean,
Oh.
they got your girl fucking like you seen her, like she's buff as fuck because they're obviously going to make her to replace Thor. You know, like
right.
So I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to. They're doing the Burn, Eternals, Fantastic Four. Like they're doing
you-
very
Oh.
obscure issues. They're doing very
well,
obscure
the Fantastic
stories.
Four, the script that they had on that. If they still going with that script, dude, that is fucking a disaster, dude.
I think that was a whole.
That's gonna
I think
break
that
my
was
heart,
big.
man.
and
that was
Namor,
big.
like they're totally Namor's
Oh,
going to be woke as
no.
fuck.
I
He's
don't
going to be
know.
Wakandan. Yeah. So
I think
Seriously? There's a special place in my heart for the Fantastic Four. That's
me
the
too.
comic book.
That's why I can't
I've-
watch any more movies with the Fantastic Four. I can't do it, dude.
How many?
Doom,
I mean,
he's
you
my
know,
favorite. They always fuck
they
Doom up.
casted
He's
the
my
black
favorite.
dude to be
always fuck Doom up.
He's my favorite.
I know, my
Yeah.
favorite comic book character ever.
I
who's
think they,
the
I think
Marvel
the
Vader,
closest
dude.
they came to Doom was that first
Kneel before Doom.
Fantastic Four movie. The guy
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Nip Tuck did a good
Yeah.
Doom.
Yes.
Yeah, he was close.
But his origin was completely
Yeah,
foobar.
it was-
wasn't
yeah,
it
the
was
same
terrible.
character. It was a
Yeah,
different
but they got the
character.
casting right. They just never
Good
got
cast.
You know, they
Yes.
the
They
make
writers
him
were
Eastern
fucking
European.
retarded.
They give him a
They should have a
castle,
European
like-
guy. They should have like somebody like Vincent Perez. I
No.
think he'd be kind of old for it now. Somebody who
Yeah.
could pass as a gypsy.
And the
Yeah,
Silver
or
Surfer in
Viggo
the second
Mortensen.
movie was good too. Like,
Yeah.
but I didn't
I
like.
love the
I didn't. The story was fucking horrible. The Surfer
Mm-hmm.
only appeared for like the beginning. Then he turned to like this
Galactus
not
was
silver
Galactus
anymore.
was a
It was
storm
He was a
and
Oh.
Galactus. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? What?
I would
And
like. Yeah.
I think that was the new universe, Galactus.
What the fuck? right? It just needs to be a giant, like you've seen how they do him in the video games. Like, do that.
Yeah, dude, I'm
I
done.
like Chickless though. Chickless was all right, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was great.
I want to point
Yeah,
out. I wanna
Chickless,
point out-
Chickless was
I was
good, but
cool
he
with
wasn't
that.
big enough to be the thing.
Yeah, the Ting.
No,
He
it
just
I-
wasn't big enough,
It was
dude.
small.
yeah,
No.
it was
Yes.
totally an
They should've just
acceptable
CGI'd him a
Ting.
little bit, like put him in the suit and just stretched him out
I
with
don't
CGI.
honestly. I don't even think they should have had a suit. I think they should have did like they did with the Hulk and just fucking
Oh,
did
just
it
a
all
little CGI?
fucking digital
See, I like the-
CGI and had
I
Chickless
like the
do the fucking
costume.
voice. You know?
Yeah, but I liked it better as a costume. You know,
All
and
costumes for everything. I'm
Yeah,
full
but he was
me
too
costumes.
too.
short. You know,
Whenever
they
you
should have
can-
had somebody else like do the
he
thing.
still worked as
you
the
know?
CGI
Ting.
him. You put him in the suit,
We're
put a
saying
little guy in
Liv
the suit,
Schreiber.
I am bigger.
Liv
like that.
Schreiber is in the
Yeah,
main
right.
negotiations
Yeah.
for the thing.
How
They
you
should
do
have got the WWE
Exactly,
giant.
like
Go
he's
ahead
the
and for-
reverse
tall.
of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liv
like-
Schreiber's too fucking tall, man, to do
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
But,
well, I
I
mean, you
wanna
want somebody
point
that's
out-
wide anyway.
So I want to point out after Eternals,
fucking Eternals.
everything
dude. Oh.
after
Oh,
hold on after
how
hold on
cringe.
after Eternals
Fuck that shit.
it will be the very first film that Kevin Feige is doing where he has creative control of over all of Marvel. So
I don't-
when
I don't put any
Eternals
stock
is
in
done,
Marvel.
Which movie is this?
That
After
will
Eternals?
be- that will be the very last movie where he was not the creative CEO. That is the very last movie that has been put under his belt where he is not the supreme leader. And so after the Eternals, like Black Widow was when he wasn't the supreme leader, all these films. So I am very, I want to see what he
Optimistic?
can do. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, sure.
Well, I know he wants to do. I know
Optimistic.
that he wants to do the Fantastic Four. He said that
And
like at
he's-
like a Comic-Con or something like that. He was just like that's going to be in the next phase is the Fantastic
Mhm.
Four.
If they throw away that original script that they had, I'll check it out, dude. But
Yeah.
that original script that they had, where Namor's Wakandan and he
Oh,
knocks
dude,
up
they
the
have so much. You have to
Invisible
understand.
Woman, and she has like a kid out of wedlock, and
Yeah, but
you
here's
know,
the thing, dude.
I'm not down with any of that, dude. That's
But here's the
fine.
thing. Here's the thing. For movies that have that kind of a budget, they don't have just one writer. They have a bunch of guys write scripts, and then
Yeah, but this script
they'll-
this was approved. This was an approved script that they had done.
yeah,
for
but
it,
I
you
mean
know?
that
And I
shit
was
can
like,
always change. That shit can
I
always
hope.
change.
I fucking
And
hope.
they've been really smart with directors and getting they find like low budget indie directors,
Well,
and they give them like this
Sam Raimi
me-
doing multiverse.
to me, I don't think they
yes.
like
That's
they.
the first director that Kevin Feige hired when he had pure utter control of Marvel was Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Well,
For
yeah.
Doctor Strange too, right?
honestly, I
So,
think,
so who
or-
knows? Maybe we will
I don't think-
get a good
I
Fantastic
don't think
Four.
Marvel respects their properties anymore. Like Fantastic Four being the first family of Marvel, you know, like,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Right.
they're
But I
like they're totally throwing it away. And Eternals was like Jack Kirby's baby. Like Eternals was what he wanted to do with the fourth world, right? But
yeah.
I think he quit around, but he was so fucking just fed up with fucking what they were doing to him. Like he quit and went to DC, and he pretty much did what he wanted to do with Thor and Eternals with the fourth world, you know?
Mhm.
And honestly, the Snyder cut like showed respect to Kirby with all the
Yeah.
shit they did. You know what
yeah,
I'm
it
saying?
did.
Like
Yeah, it did.
They
But-
made it metal too.
exactly, but
Super metal.
that's I can't say that about any other movie that they did. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
No.
Like I
Yeah.
can't say that about any other movie that they did that like they never gave respect to Kirby. You know, like I just can't. You know,
They kind of did a little tiny bit, and I fucking hate it. I would have to say in Ragnarok and some of the set design.
yeah,
But it was
Yeah.
still,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
still
In the
whack
first
though.
Thor movie, in the first
was
Yeah.
six
Thor
movies
movie,
into
it
one.
was-
Thor 1 and 2 probably, maybe 3. I don't know.
I
What do
hate
you
this-
think about 3?
I hate
Like,
2.
3?
I hate
Ragnarok?
3.
No, 3.
Um,
Yeah, 3.
I'm
was when
out.
They cut his hair and they took away his. You know, nah,
They made him-
fuck all that.
Yeah.
You know what ruined the
The
Thor
Lebowski
movie was
Thor.
they decided that these are going to be the comedies.
Yeah.
They don't know what to
That
do with
Thor's
Thor.
gonna be
Oh,
the-
let's do
Thor's
this
going to
with
be the
him.
funny character.
Well, I like the way they
Fish
grew
out of water.
Thor. Like they grew
Yeah.
Thor, you know, throughout
Well,
the
if-
movies. But I was
if-
like,
Yes.
you
But,
know,
but
not
I'm saying
mistaken.
now it's deteriorated. The series
no,
has
now
gone
he's-
full,
now
camp.
yeah, now
full
he's
camp.
he's gonna get
Camp,
he's gonna
Camp woke. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
not-
Camp Wolf.
do them either. I don't
Mocap.
like what they did.
Well,
with
I
him
think
in
they're
Endgame.
turning him.
Fuck
I
that
think
shit.
they're turning Thor, the movie Thor, into the Thor of modern Marvel comics. And the Thor modern Marvel comics is addicted to his hammer. His hammer doesn't fucking trust him anymore. Whatever. I don't even know what the fuck's going on, dude. Now fucking, I don't, dude. It's so fucked up.
And you know
Well,
what's
the dude who
sad
did
is the
Venom.
plot. Like the plot of the new movie is the God Butcher.
Christian
angle,
Bale's playing him. Christian
Which
Bale's going
It's
to
the whole paint.
which was awesome. Which was
Yeah.
awesome in the comics.
It was completely
Awesome.
painted by
casted as a God
But we're
Butcher.
not going to get an awesome movie. We're not going to get an awesome
Yeah, but
movie.
are they going to bring
We'll
all three
see.
Thors? Are they going to do Thor the future, past, and present?
Yeah,
Like-
I don't know.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that to me is what made the God Butcher really cool.
Yes,
Because you had old
yes.
man Thor.
God Butcher may kill
Yeah.
Jane.
I
Yeah.
hope.
God Butcher may kill Jane.
And Christian Bale,
Because you
Christian
remember
Bale's a
they
good actor,
released
dude.
that thing with the side of
You
her
know?
head shaved.
It's going to be woke
today
as
or
fuck.
yesterday.
It's
Yeah,
going to
but
be woke as fuck.
why do they have her with a personal trainer and like beefing her up? Like the bitch has fucking arms, dude. Like she's
Mm.
fucking, she's fucking
Who are we
built,
talking about?
huh?
Natalie Portman?
Yeah,
Natalie.
Oh, so they gave her
Right.
like a superhero body, like the guys have.
because she's gonna be
Okay.
Thor. She's gonna be Thor.
Thora.
Yeah.
Well, she's Jane Foster Thor when she had
Jane
the cancer
Foster
and the
Thor,
bald
yeah.
head.
Right.
Because so I think if they do what they did in the comic book, she had cancer
Yeah.
and she became faithful, and every time she took the hammer, she turned
Yeah.
into the side shave head Thor woman. And if I'm not mistaken, it was only a mini series. It wasn't a full.
What was
Arc.
it full?
No, it was
Yeah,
in the
but
regular.
it
It was
was
like an
long.
arc, I
It was
think,
like
in like
three-
Jason
They
Aaron's
kept it
run.
going for a couple of years. But I think,
Yeah, it was
here's the
long,
thing,
dude.
like,
And,
this is
and
what turned me
Simonson
off to
created
all
that
that.
character too. Thora.
yeah, what turned me off? No,
Frog.
not Thor. This isn't Thor. No, Thor is
No, it's not.
completely different.
Yeah.
Like don't get them
This is
confused. Thor was
Jane,
something
Jane
completely different.
Fonda.
Yeah,
If they're
like,
gonna make the Thor movies goofy, can't they just do Throg? I love some Throg.
no,
You can never have too much fucking Throg in your day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you remember Throg? You guys remember? You know what I'm talking about. You remember
Well, what-
Throg, right?
What kept
From
me
Walter
with, yeah, I know what you're
Simonson's
talking. Yeah,
run?
Walter
That
Simonson.
shit was funny.
What kept me in Thor was that they always brought it back to Thor. You know what I'm saying? Like they would go off and they like turn Thor into a frog, a woman, whatever, Loki into a chick, whatever. But it always, at the end of the day, he was always Thor. They
Yes.
showed respect to the character. They never intended Thor to go back to Thor. Like they always intended it to keep going as far as,
Mhm.
like Jane Foster being Thor.
Mhm.
And I think like right now, what is she right now? She's Valkyrie or some shit like that. Like they gave her the Valkyrie spear or something like that. Like that was last
I
year,
really
though. I
did
don't
not
know
like
where-
The Black Lady,
Yeah.
the Valkyrie,
Yeah,
she's
but-
the new king of
I'm talking about in the comic. In the
Yeah, the
comic,
comic,
She's like
she's
a
Valkyrie now.
Brie Larson
Yeah.
type.
but I
Oh,
think
is
they
she?
were,
Okay. All right.
they're trying to make her Thor again, right? Like,
Yeah,
is that
and-
what they're trying to go for? Because they're trying to eliminate Thor completely.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna be Thor.
Toxic masculinity.
She's gonna have the cancer. Christian Bale's playing the God Butcher. That to me, that's what's gonna be cool about it is Christian
Yeah.
Bale.
Yeah.
And for me, what I liked about
Good
Thor movies
casting.
is the first 10 minutes of each Thor movie.
Right.
I don't know.
I
I don't know if I
I
could
think
get down
the
with
God
that.
Butcher might kill Jane Foster.
Yeah, probably. And
I
then
think,
Thor will
I
come
think
back.
that's what they're gonna go with.
No, they can't do that because that would
They
be
won't do
super
that.
unwoke.
No,
No,
that would be totally
No, that has
Yeah,
to
yeah,
kill
yeah, you're
Thor.
right.
He has to kill
Yeah.
Thor.
No,
And then
He's
Jane-
gonna kill Thor, and
he's
she's
more
gonna take on the
movies.
mantle.
You know what they
That's
should
right.
do?
No,
They
not
should get
yet.
a real Ragnarok, like the way Thor
Oh,
came
yes.
through and they fucking did, he
Yes.
broke in hammer with Surther and they fucking destroyed fucking, and then they remade Asgard on Earth. That should
Yeah,
be
the
fun.
J. Michael Straczynski
Yeah.
run. Yeah.
dude.
But
Yeah,
we got to
J.
end
Michael
this stream
Straczynski
because
run
I am
was good.
fucking starving, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I am
Oh,
kind
I'm
of
getting
too.
too long.
This was a long one.
It was.
But
It was never intended to be long. I only want to do an hour.
It's almost 3 hours. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, good seeing you, Preston. Good seeing you, J Money, and